Right. So you've just been dismissed from the army, or I should say not dismissed, but your contract is up with the army.
Our contract was
and
concluded.
Yeah,
successfully.
They definitely want us
back. Yes, they do. There were channelers, female and male magic users are being trafficked, and there was a battle over Falm, or the battle in Falm that took out 3/4 of the White Cloaks, and one of the side had Aes Sedai using the power as a weapon. Aes Sedai swear an oath. They swear. Did I tell you the 3 oaths of the Aes Sedai?
You didn't tell us, but we did it literally 5 months ago. We had to say it before we could go into.
No, this is a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is different. The Aes Sedai are the magic users. They swear oaths that they cannot say a word that is a lie. They can't use magic to create weapons, and they can't use magic as a weapon against someone except for in the last defense of her or her warder's life, or versus Shadow Spawn. So the fact that they're using the weapon or the power as a weapon in battle is a huge issue. The Dragon Reborn fought the Dark One in the Skies over Falm. You guys saw that picture, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And you have troubling news of Shine, and everything's corrupt, and the gangs are stronger than ever and taking over. So that is what is up.
Nice.
All right. So it's a typical Wednesday in this big city.
You guys just have to decide what you're going to do.
All right. So we, at this point, had not decided which direction we were going.
Yeah.
We were about to talk to the. I think we were about to talk to the. Or did we talk to the? Did we talk to the
refugees? Prisoners?
We spoke to pretty much the exact
you talked to the refugees
about planning how. Yeah, we spoke to they were being interviewed, and we were present for that, and I think we asked them some questions about like where. What did we ask them? Where they not where they came from. It was I know I was trying to get information.
Yeah, but there was more information after that.
Yeah.
Zen, do you have any idea?
About what happened or what we can do?
What information you got from the refugees?
Oh, I disconnected.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, you disconnected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We talked to the refugees, and they were telling us about the slavers, and we were trying to pull teeth out to figure out like what the slavers' trail was, a name, or really anything. We got that they came from northwest. That when they landed their boats, it was on the northwest coast. But they had no real like timetable on them.
I think you're mistaken.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I don't know where you got the northwest. They're coming from the northwest corner, the southwest corner of Saldea. The one that you guys have heard of, or the ones that this person knows.
See, I consider. All right, go ahead.
By the place, the local, I guess you would say, village, has a lot of berry themed drinks, ales, food. It's very dependent on these berries, raspberries and blackberries.
Wait, let me ask one question. What type of jumping ability do they have in this berry loving town? Okay, so they do in fact have
different kind of berry
juice.
I guess you could say that, yes, if you wanted to. And also,
I'll definitely say they have gummy berry juice.
Somebody said something about giant ants. Giant ants were guarding the way.
Yeah, which made us believe
a new market for
channels
channels is opened. Okay, and then you got word of the attack coming, taking men and women into the blight. They are coming from a place that sells mostly berry-flavored ale, South Saldea on the river, and guarded by giant ants.
Right, now I remember, because I mentioned I was going to buy a pink shirt so that when I killed it, stomped on the ants, I could say that. As in the Pink Panther song.
What does a pink shirt do with that?
Oh, because
right,
Pink Panther.
Right.
I don't think that he's really going to buy a pink shirt. Although he could. Oh, well.
Yeah, right. He could die himself.
Then he'd be Pink Claw instead of Crimson Claw. Nah.
Just leave it out. Tell him you've been left out in the sun for too long.
And got lighter.
Okay, situation. So you've also heard shit out of Shine and
shit out of Shine.
That was it.
They did mention that.
And the news out of Foam.
Just give me a reminder, because there were some people who were looking for females only. And you said there were some people who were looking for those who had not been trained in
yes,
the white
right. So there are markets, as you know. There's market white, and they'll take anyone, male, female, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're from the White Tower or whatever. But there's another one on the West Coast that just takes strictly females that have not been that are not Aes Sedai. They'll take them before they swear the oaths. You know.
Right. I think yes. So I think that's where we were kind of in it up, because we still have to figure out.
I thought we were going to kill the ants. Now I know that Sai is always going to go to where he thinks the girls are. But I thought we did decide that we were going to go kill the ants. I thought we did decide that.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, we decided that we would go to the town where we fought the orcs, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And because that was where we found the tunnels that had ants in them. So that was where I think we decided to go. Because that one of the clues led us there. I think it was
exactly
right. Was it the berries that led us there, or something about one of them had heard that there were giant ants or something like that?
I think it was just the fact that there were ants and they were protecting something, and they were protecting one of the routes, and we knew where we saw giant ants before, and we're going to go there under the hope that giant ants aren't just fucking everywhere.
Yeah. All right. So that sounds it. Right. So we're on track.
I hope I don't see that either. I feel like that's a weird sight.
Yeah, exactly. We were hoping there's only one place where there's giant ants. I mean, hey, it works on Fallout. There's only giant ants in one place there, right? Right?
No.
Right.
No.
It's true.
No. No, there's only giants in the one city, aren't there? And they breathe fire?
There's
Like the antagonizers
think so.
there?
Because you get rad scorpions. Yeah, you get rad scorpions and stuff. But I don't think you get giant ants outside of that place. I don't think so.
Are you sure, dude? I remember getting that one time.
Like they're really rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So like it's not like they're confined to there, but that's where the concentration is.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Third Age. Our heroes are about to embark back onto a journey to go and try to rescue some slavers, disrupt the Dark Ones, and overall have a great time. You may remember, quite some time ago, our heroes ran like a bunch of little pussies when they got their ass kicked by one single hand. But now, bigger, stronger, and furrier than before, they find their way back down to this cave. Hopefully this time to teach the ants a lesson. Will our hero's story end where it all began? Find out after this.
So did we remember the name of
I can't
this
record
town?
because I'm at home. So this one's going to go unrecorded.
Oh,
God damn it! That was a really good intro, too.
That's the biggest question.
I'm recording.
It was, I know.
That was a good intro. Damn.
No, I'm recording, so I'll put up mine. At least it'll be
okay.
Recording. Yeah. Where is the?
Yeah.
Where
I might be able to.
Did we remember the name of the town it was? I'm looking at the map, and I know we came up.
I don't know if we did.
Was it then?
I know I did not remember.
It's not then here.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that town site? Do you remember when we were coming through and we were helping the hunters? We went down and fight the ox, and then we strategically withdrew from the cavern with the ants.
It's southwest of Iron Java, right? Is it?
I believe you may be correct there, sir.
Holly.
But I was not paying attention. I was merely hungry, and I was only happy to be able to steal a long sword from one of the dead orc captains.
Yeah, I think it was Holly.
I believe you were correct. But don't forget, back then you were pretending to be a human and using swords.
I'm on the run, dude.
No, I do not go and give up your secret identity.
Oh, man.
You don't know that you are wanted by the law.
Weren't you human back then?
Yes, he was.
He's trying to pass as human.
He was human and he was very slow.
I still didn't think that that was something to be ashamed of.
I remember back then, Luan. You know back then when I could not hit.
Something to be ashamed of. It's that I was trying to leave Ophelia behind. We lost that war, and so we are considered like remnants of resistance, so to speak. So if I ever encountered the forces that overtook my town of Valencia, I would be hunted by them.
So, are you guilty of war crimes? Did you violate the Geneva Convention?
No, but I represent
The Lollipop Kid?
I represent a faction, possibility that that town can be retaken, which they don't like.
You are the live resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
Those days are fun, bro. Bro, and you remember? I jumped in, I thought we could go and sneak and kill one at a time. And then I killed a man. And then I killed another man. And then Sam was waiting for the man to come back there so he could kill them. But then me and brother killed many more men. And then by the time Sam got into the fight, 2 people stabbed me. Those were good times. Not so good was the time we got into the little cave and we had to be on top of each other's butts And that aunt, woo, that aunt whooped ass so bad. But Sam was all like,
No, we will stand here and we will face this Aunt Menace.
Yeah. I mean, we still ended
and
up
I was all
running.
like, and I was all like, man, you gotta be out your goddamn mind, son.
Oh.
He was like, no, we die here as heroes or we run away as cowards. What is the point in that?
And
we live longer and we can come and whoop their asses when we stronger. And that is what brings us to today.
yeah, it looks like you were right about that one. We did come back.
Besides, you are less suicidal now. Today, we make them commit suicide.
It takes a while to get over
murder
losing
them.
your town, yeah.
So, what are we doing? Are we renting a house? Are we renting a buggy? Or are we going to go with our old standard of accompanying a merchant as he makes a trip down there so that we can not only pay for our own travels, but get paid for travels?
Yeah, because we are not, there aren't any convenient rivers, so we can't take service on a boat. So the road looks like where we'll have to go. Let's see, we'll have to go to Mahar, Maradon, Arinjava, and all the way to Coron Ford probably, and then cut south east to Holly. Ruan, what does the town notice board look like? Do we have any place around here where we can go look for jobs? Not jobs, what's the word?
You want a job?
Well, I want the ride, but I want the ride that I don't have to be paid for. I want the ride, and I want that ride to pay me.
Let's hitch a ride somewhere.
Like vagabonds?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the inn and see what there is to see. OC, are we going near the town where that one dude got mad at that chick for running a store, and then we whooped his guard's ass, and then his guards came and tried to murder us afterwards?
No, that's all the way back to Shine.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a town that likes us?
No.
Oh wait, we're going to a town that likes us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is it literally since our first adventure since we left the town, and they'd definitely be happy to have us back? Oh well. So no, we have to start working on leaving a better impression on places we go. This thing with the army was a nice start.
Oh, Mike is back. Hello, Mike? Is everyone hearing me okay? Because my
Yeah. But sometimes you're cutting off though.
my Discord connection is like orange and red. I think also I have the sensitivity too low, so it cuts out my voice.
I mean, I hear you fine. Obviously it's different on my phone, and with this, let's just say mic I use on my computer. But obviously the sensitivity here is different than it is on my comp. And plus you're hearing all my noise because I no longer have push to talk.
Alright, I dropped it just a little bit, so hopefully that should be a little better. I just have to remember to speak up.
But it seems we're missing Mike, and kind of important.
Yeah, I see him back in the Discord chat, but I don't think it's connected properly. my connection is red, like most of the time red. So I'm hanging on by a thread here.
Google?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, can you do Google Mike?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's try that.
All right.
New window. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect here. Crap. Oh, there you are.
Well, hello,
Hey,
Mike.
buddy.
I forgot about that. Damn it.
Oh, that is a weird angle.
Yeah, no, because otherwise I was in my drawer.
Oh, it looks like a beautiful
And then, of
afternoon
course-
outside, man. I have got to go on vacation. I really do.
There we go.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Sam's not even look half bad in that picture with the little Dutch angle, but nobody wants to see Onyx in his drawers right now.
No, I think we're good. Alright, so let's see, minimize. Right, so the sound is functioning on my end. I think we just need to confirm if Mike is,
Yeah, so it still comes down to Mike.
yeah, accessible.
Is Mike on the mic?
This is just a really tough evening.
Just like that sometimes.
Yeah. Gradage. That's the name of the city. I know the fire ants from Fallout 3, and the ants there were in Gradage, but you could still find some of them around until you cleared out Gradage. Then they stopped appearing.
Okay, that's what happened because I went there and completely got rid of the amp thing
Yeah.
before I moved an inch from there. That's why I didn't see them after that. Okay.
Right, yeah. So that's how it was. I don't know
That
how it
makes
is in
sense.
Fallout 4 because I haven't encountered any ants in Fallout 4 as yet.
There are not ants. They have different bugs. They don't have ants.
Oh, right. Which is kind of
You
good.
can reach rad scorpions anywhere, and they come from underground.
Oh, yeah. Those things look
But
so
I mean,
scary.
ultimately,
Yeah, they're horrifying. The designs for the creatures are really, really horrifying. The detail.
yeah. I still find the freaking Deathclaws scarier. They
Yeah.
don't even get me started on Deathclaws.
Yeah.
Deathclaws fucked up my Fallout 3 games so bad.
Oh, yeah,
I told you there were these NPCs I was supposed to be selling stuff to, doing stuff with.
Yeah.
And I was a city over, right? Like, this city wasn't even rendered on the map. Then I go back, and they're dead. Just sliced apart. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I just happened to save it by doing something else. So they're just dead forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That sucks.
Fucking Deathclaws.
Ugly and
Between
strong.
Deathclaws and on occasion I had slow rendering slow rendering behemoths.
Yeah.
like where the behemoth would be there, but he wouldn't actually appear on screen until I was already like an inch away from him.
Yeah.
But he would just be there and throwing rocks at me. I'm like, hey, I invited you.
That sucks. Did you get a chance to see the second video I posted with my settlement at Starlight?
Yes. I know you cleaned out all the pool and did something else. So I think I saw that one.
Yeah, I built it up like an oil rig. It was really, really intense. Right now I'm trying to activate Jamaica Plains because I believe you're supposed to be able to build on Jamaica Plains, but I haven't seen the I've just found the place, so I haven't seen any workshop bench or anything.
Is Jamaica Plains the one with the giant pool with the ghouls in the middle of it?
Oh, I went there, the underground pool, but that's not Jamaica Plains. That's something else. I don't know much about Jamaica
Plains.
Like some old folks mentioned.
Okay. There's like some, I don't know if it used to be an old folks home or not, but they have like a pool outside, like you said, an in-ground pool.
Yeah. It's like a women pool.
I think we lost Mike again.
Let's Discord him.
No, he's offline on Discord.
Oh, his Discord went down entirely. We'll try the third age.
Is this one of those days? This is one of those days that they talked about, isn't it?
Oh, he's not in third age either. Yeah, it's one of those days.
Very nice.
It just went down.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like this, where I almost wish that we had each other's actual phone numbers.
Yeah.
So we could make sure that none of us are dead in a ditch.
I think I gave someone my number for that same exact purpose.
I think I will give you guys my number, so that in case I'm ever dead in a ditch. Well, no, because I just remembered that there is recording this.
Yeah. So no.
So no. I literally just remembered that Dare is recording this, so yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. I had so many recordings. I had like 20-something recordings just backlogged because I had 2 recordings backlogged, and I knew it would take a while to upload. So I kept putting it off, thinking, well, I'll have to wait until I get a time when I can leave the computer uploading for like a night and day or something. And I just kept putting that off.
Good.
And recordings just came piling up on it, so eventually there was like 20 recordings between Third Age and Harbingers. And after a while, I was just like, okay, this can't continue. And it took me like about 48 hours to upload all of them, so I'm finally caught up again.
Hey, I forgot, Zen. I didn't. You didn't get to hear Mindy's theme song yet, did you?
Mindy.
Is it? Oh shit! Is it the Elfin Lloyd one or is it the Rashi one?
It's a Kill one.
Oh, it's neither.
And
of them.
I will connect it to you right now. This girl's crazy.
I only know about the Higurash one because I've seen that one, and the Lilium, I've played that one on piano.
Oh yeah. I like that song. It doesn't fit Mindy.
Hey, Mike.
You here, Mike? All right, so yeah, I just put it down in the Masters Discord. You can listen to it while we wait for Mike. That'll give you an idea of what you're dealing with Mindy. She is not a normal little girl.
You know, you probably could have gone with like, what was this anime? Future Diary? The girl with the pink hair?
Oh, okay.
If she's that deranged.
This girl is probably meaner and crazier. She's also not exactly a little girl. Let me see what Future Diary is. I don't know that one.
Yeah, me neither. What is it? Future Diary?
Yeah, future as in like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Future as in future and diary as in diary.
Okay. First picture I'm looking at is like this chick looks like a fucking nutball.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a nutball. Wonderful.
Oh.
His internet is not great.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't
there we
seem
go.
so.
Hey, but there you go. You're back.
Yeah. Well, things taking a long time too. It could be a combination between my computer and the internet, but I've never had Discord do that before.
You're not home though, right?
No.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Probably that Canadian Wi-Fi.
Yeah, probably.
Probably got some grizzly bear. You probably got some grizzly bear downloading Wolverine porn.
Chewing on it or something. Yeah. There's a moose having sex with it.
It's going.
Moose are huge.
All right.
I had no idea moose was so huge.
So it sounds like.
All right, let's give it a shot before you get disconnected
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Okay. My map hasn't loaded yet. I might have to refresh, which is balls.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what we were trying to figure out was either hitching a ride or getting a job that will get us pay us for a ride down to our destination.
Yeah, like another escort or
Okay.
something.
If you follow the road, you can come at it from the north, I believe, or I think you can go south and catch a fork of the part of the river and connect up with it.
Uh-huh. I think we looked
I
at
can't
that.
see the map yet, so
The river pathway is longer. The road is a little more direct.
probably faster.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Like the water's probably faster because you'll be taking a boat.
Yeah.
Are we in a rush?
Honestly, I mean, the giant ants aren't going anywhere, and we really just want to stop these slavers. But I do not believe there's a particular timetable on it.
Well, not for us. For the
Oh
slaves,
yeah, of course, for
probably.
the new slaves, we do not wish for them to be enslaved.
Yeah.
But we do not even know the next time they are planning on making a move.
Yeah. So
you know.
either one is fine, I guess, because we don't really know much to say one way or the other.
So we should get down there, but we of course cannot sit around playing tiddlywinks.
All right, so we can try for the river. There's a branch of the river just beyond South Metler. So we have to take that down, all the way down past Tarvalon to where it branches, and then come back up the other branch along River Luan, along the Black Hills.
I think Carvalho's a little farther east, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are in Candor right now?
Oh, this is
All right.
much further.
You should be able to go southwest and catch a little fork in the river and be there pretty quick. It's comparable to the road, I think. I don't know. You guys are going to the right, I think, and catching a different river.
It had two Merida.
Ping Camdor for me. Oh. Where are
I
we
don't
now?
have the map.
Ruan, you pinged somewhere just
We're
now.
in the
Where?
north, two kingdoms over.
Candor. Yeah, the road is probably going to be easier, because if the Camdor rivers don't connect to the river that leads to Holly.
I think it does. It's just that it doesn't really have a river that it's connected to. I think.
The
think
last
it's more
time
like-
we
I
went by
believe it
river.
just connects south.
Yeah, we would have to go really far down
I think it
and then
connects
go
south
across.
and then you gotta go up.
even if we did take the river, we might have to go across the Caroline grass plains.
I was thinking Maradon.
Yeah, so well, Maradon is the road.
Oh.
So instead of the river, we could take the road here.
Or we could do Andor, Ollie. But I just don't think there's anything here.
We have a map laid across the table right now, right?
Yeah. Let me.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, physically, our characters have a map laid across the table right now, right?
Yeah. Because we have a like a personal map.
Yeah, you guys have the map.
All right. Go ahead and keep talking, y'all.
That branch of the river that you pointed out there, Ruan, that looks good. Just south of Saldea. So we could, if we are sure we can get a boat there.
I jump on the table and I lay on the map.
Yeah.
I tug on his tail.
You got a crimson by the tail, nice.
You want me to put up the thing that's keeping your balance, or what? I'm not talking about your dick either.
I'll give you big puffy eyes, and then I just kind of, start kneading at the map. I was like, this thing makes no sense.
I summon my glaive and I put it up against his tail.
Hey, what's that, man? You're going to take my tail. Look, one of you say we go left, one of you say they go right. But I'm not saying nothing. I say we go the way that is either the cheapest or the way that can pay us. Which way is that?
Just south.
Okay, here we go.
Well, not south, but south of the Saldea sign there. There's a branch of the river there that we can take. That's pretty straight.
Yep. Right. So what I'm saying is that you can go from Maradon, or you can go from there. Chances are there's not going to be a lot of docks there.
Yeah.
Maradon's probably going to have the bigger trading dock.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to Maradon then.
Yes, we will go to Maradon.
I let go of his tail.
Okay.
Maradon. We're going down to Maradon.
That reminds me of Circle Square.
Okay, so after after a couple of days travel, you go past Mayhar and eventually get to Maradon. And again, it's pretty much the same. It's locked up, highly defensive. You got lots of guards, lights. Nobody can wear hoods. So it's all pretty military, but everyone's friendly. They know who you are, and they've heard of your deeds already. And you get, hey, it's the heroes of whatever pass that is, Mountains of Doom, and people clap you on the back and say good work and all that.
Nice.
We have a much shorter title now. You will call us the gas.
The guy.
Hey, all right, and everyone's shaking your hand, and
is this a place where we saved the castle? Where we saved the castle and then ran away after it was burning?
That
was back in
Brainwave?
Okay. Who did we save here?
Oh wait, no, that. Let me think about that for a second.
The castle that we burned down, that was in New Brain.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was the one you guys defended, right? You guys came in and took the enemy in the flank.
Yeah.
Where you
Okay.
fought.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. That was
This is
a
where we
He-
fought the
uh,
false dragon.
something in there.
This is where we fought the
I think that was down here. I think it was in Irinjabar, but I could be wrong.
Possibly. It wouldn't be on a map like that if we hadn't been there, I think.
Yeah, and I thought I had a map up, but oh wait, yeah, it was Irinjabar. You were in the court in Irinjabar, and that's where you got your
Plus
weapons.
one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. So you're not there yet. You can go to the docks in Meridon and see if there's any ships going down.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go down to the docks and look around. There's usually like what is it, a quartermaster's office or something. Not cost. What do they call the dock? A dock master.
Quarters?
Dock master, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, quartermaster is a guy who does like weapons and supplies and shit.
Right. So the dock master is the one who will have like
Yeah. Meridon is the place. So you went to the barracks and you saw Captain Pierce, and he told you to go see Captain Rady on the front line, and that's where you went down to Irinjabar.
Right.
So you have been to Meridon before.
Right. Sounds good.
Okay, yeah. That was apparently incredibly important for you guys to know.
Yeah.
So you get the boats are all shallow hauled, one maybe two sails, but it's a small river.
Yeah.
So they don't have the same deep hulls as the seagoing ones, and they're not nearly as wide. But you do see someone, and he doesn't need any help or anything like that on deck, but he knows that you guys are the heroes of the Mountains of Doom. Plus, Sai knows the lingo and talks the talk. So
Yeah.
while you don't have jobs on this one, you're not getting charged for the trip.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So
I don't have a boat one, so yeah, you guys get on, and it feels good for Sayu to get back on the water.
yeah, for a change.
Snap the sails and the smell of the pitch and stuff like that. Salt.
Yeah.
And the cry of the gulls and all that stuff. And so the rest of you guys, Crimson is again not dealing with the water well, but he braves it out. Stays below decks. And eventually, after a little while, you guys get there. Let's see here. It takes about 5 days, I guess. You had really good winds and got there real quick. So, are you guys getting out at Holly, at the dock at Holly?
Yeah, we'll do that. As long as they're going that way, yes.
Yeah, they're there. Heroes of Mountains of Doom.
Right.
This might have a long time to load, so bear with me.
Haha, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I vaguely remember the city.
I think the docks are to the south.
Do we come in from the north?
You'll come from the north. Oh no, wait, let me think. Oh, you're coming from the south because you're coming up.
Off the river. Alright, can you just ping us and let me... Come on. Well, when it loads.
Yeah. It's all pixelized right now, but
Yeah. Take your time. Don't worry. So we know the guys at the inn should definitely remember us. I mean, we'd be known about the town, but we did spend a lot of time at the inn, so we could probably head there, get something to eat, and go check out that cave. Get something to eat, listen for some rumors, and go check out the cave. Find out what they know about the ants.
Sounds good.
okay, so you guys pull into the dock, and everyone gets out. You guys down there, and the village is it's as good as it's ever done. It's not real busy, but there are a couple wagons moving around, and some. You guys were the only things taking these guys to Holly, but so they just kind of turn around and leave. But yeah, it's not real bustling, but it's got a couple of people going around on horses and wagons, and looks like they've got berries. Some of them have kegs of like ale or wine, or some of the smaller ones are probably some sort of alcohol.
Nice.
Like hard spirits, I guess I should say.
Alright, so I think...
So you guys are on the dock.
Yeah. Right, so the dock is on the left here. So we disembark, greetings and, not greetings, farewell and good fortune to the captain, that kind of thing. Safe journey.
No problem, guys. Thanks for all your help. And thanks for stopping that army.
Excellent. Alright, and
You're welcome. You're glad to be of assistance.
Yeah. Right, and then we'd probably start to head into town. Right, well, so I suggested we go back to the same inn that we were at last time. Anywhere else you guys want to go check out first in here?
To be fair, there's only one inn in this place.
That is correct. The Good Holly.
Good Holly.
I'm a dummy, and I was trying to upload that video to YouTube, and I think that's what was taking up all my bandwidth.
That's probably it.
This one loaded up like right away. So
it does take a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it. Okay, so you guys come up from the south.
Right, side 9. Right. So I think. Whoops. Wow.
All right, so you guys just standing outside?
No, we're gonna go in. I'm just waiting for my page to refresh, and
oh, okay.
And then I'll send a screenshot for Onyx.
I knock on the door, even though it's already.
You knock on the door. What?
Yeah, I open the door, and then knock.
Okay, the door's already open. You knock and stick your head, and you see there's not really anybody in the inn, so there's no reason to have inn noises going on.
Like we're talking about dead empty or just not?
No, just not busy. Yeah, just business-wise, there's not a lot of people. There's a couple people. One of them looks like a cleaner, like a sweeping the floor. The guy behind the bar is the same guy you saw before, and looks like the same hunter is still on the same stool that you found him in last time.
He's nailed down.
Not a lot of changes here.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey, welcome back, you guys. Well, not all of you made it, I see.
No. He's here in spirit. He's with us. In fact, he could just magically appear. I mean, not magic. Magic is bad. He could just simply appear at any time.
Oh, well, that's kind of weird.
Actually, rewinding. Braddock is with us. I just showed him that Braddock's just sitting on his mule outside, and he's not talking. He's like, yeah, he had something bad on the boat trip, so he's not feeling so good. He's just sitting on his mule.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that'll happen. Those boat trips can be some rough.
They can be extremely rough if you're in a room with somebody with stomach problems. You have any idea what these man's fecal matter and fat smell like?
No, they don't.
You do not wish to.
The boat trip
I
didn't
know.
help.
All I'm saying is I know you believe you have goated many things and many rotten stinky things. You have not survived this. Nor do you wish to.
Okay.
However, how have things been here? Have the ox returned? Have they gone and taken back your juice? Have you run into any evil giant ants?
Well, I mean, not a whole lot changes around here. We have had a couple visitors after you guys left, and that doesn't happen very often, you know. Can I get you guys to drink ale? We've got raspberry or blackberry.
Sure.
Brandy.
This one will be on me.
Brandy?
I will take 50-50.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yes, raspberry and blackberry.
Oh.
And the very good.
Just the ale?
Oh, yeah. Well, no. I suppose I should get some food.
Oh.
What do you suggest?
Well, let me see what's on the menu.
I thought there's. What?
It's going to say venison.
What was that, Zen?
Menu here does not change, doesn't it?
I don't think it does. I just don't remember
Oh.
what it was. Oh, I don't have it. Yes. A whole new menu.
I will take very goodness and the usual as far as my food.
The
Okay.
usual? You mean the one thing that you got that one time?
Yes, the usual. It is what I usually have.
He says, okay, well, we have, we got a little bit of a different thing here. We got some salted mutton and some soft cheese with some cider. We have some nice white fish and mushrooms, stewed mutton and some cheese. We've got a couple of eggs and a dried carrot and a tankard of ale. And we have raspberry or blueberry porridge with beer. Any of that interest you?
I will have a 50-50 with 50-50 porridge.
I'll have
Okay.
the pork. And well, the
There's
beer,
no
of
pork.
course, yeah.
The mutton or the white fish?
The mutton.
Salted or stewed?
Salted.
Okay. Comes with cider, that's 8 copper pieces. The mix will be 5 copper pieces.
Right.
And what about you, young sir?
I'll have the white fish and mushrooms, and then do you maybe have anything red?
Whoa!
Well, we've got raspberry ale. Raspberry.
Can I do an inside? Can I do an inside check on Ruin?
Sure. Let me see. I forgot for a second that I had to do it.
I'm only doing an inside check because Ruin is ordering fish. I don't want to say anything. I just want to notice that he's ordering meat.
Vegetarians can eat fish.
Everyone knows that a fish is a vegetable.
What?
Oh, so Ruin, you are a half vegetarian and not one of the principality vegetarians?
Got a 16. Yeah,
Okay.
you noticed. Okay, so Side Pony's up a silver, and he says, "Oh, thank you very much." And she brings out the food. Same. She's like, "Oh, hi guys. Good to see you guys back." And she gives up the food. Everything's really good. It's pretty simple, but it's very well cooked.
Yeah.
And you guys are sitting down. You got ciders or ales or whatever you've got.
Yeah,
And,
we enjoyed the food here last time we were here too. Actually, they cook well here.
Yeah. This is one of those, nice surprises you find. Yeah, where the cooking is just excellent.
The one I didn't like was the one that was completely vegetarian. That was a horrible surprise.
That one was great. All right.
That's because they only had dirt to eat. I don't even remember where that was now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can go sit at a table and talk, or you can go to stay at the bar. The guys like hanging out with you guys, you know what I mean, and the hunters hanging out at the bar too. So you guys can decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I'll ask the hunter if he's seen any like traffic passing through the area, because we've been hearing how much can you tell us that? Yeah. I'm just gonna ask him to tell me a little bit more about these visitors to the town that they mentioned.
He says, "Well, I mean, I think they're slavers." He says, "I don't really have anything to go on, but I've seen slavers before, and these guys had that look, that hard, bitter look."
Yeah.
And they kind of freaked everybody out around here. They weren't friendly or anything like that, and everybody was on edge whenever they were around. But they left quick enough. They didn't stay the night or anything like that. And
they didn't take anyone, yes?
No, they didn't take anyone from here. Why? They taking people?
You find ultimate slavers, they will supplement their numbers with anyone or anything they can find. For instance, let us say that a slaver is meant to deliver 1,000 people. Let us say that 50 died during the transport. Well, they are not simply going to not be paid for those 50. They find vagabonds, people in the woods, or folks that none shall miss, and they will simply kidnap them and add them to the numbers. Slavers will school the art, as you know. But they can also be dangerous, especially in a small town like this.
The hunter is agreeing with everything you say. But the innkeeper's like, well, I mean, I thought they were just goblin catchers. I didn't, I don't know what makes you think that they were slavers. He kind of looks at the hunter. But he says, I mean, they seemed like nice enough guys. They tipped well. They were polite. And, I don't slavers. I don't know. I mean, goblins are one thing, but.
Well, let us hope that for your own conscience, you are correct, sir. However, I have been made aware. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, I think it was the bartender saying that. The woman, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems a little more innocent. The hunter looks like he kind of, knows a little bit more about the world and about people.
Yeah.
The innkeeper looks pretty innocent and, not worldly. Well, that's what I'm looking for. The hunter seems a little more worldly than the bartender.
Yeah, you were saying, Onyx? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, hopefully the view that you are able to see from your bar is not interrupted, or you are not blindsided by it.
The view from my bar? Well, I mean, we have a pretty good view. It's not the best, but we're the only joint in town, so people come looking for us. But what do you mean about views?
I am sorry. Speaking in metaphor, Ruan, you say things bluntly. Could you say what I was saying, only not so metaphorical or artistic?
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I wasn't listening.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Do what you just did.
No, like, I seriously...
No. Prison was just saying that, the people we saw probably were slavers, what slavers do. I mean, was just hoping that if they, that her view of a world that she can see as far as this bar is concerned, that she doesn't get blindsided when she realizes that's not what the world actually is.
I mean, Zen knows. Ruin doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, Ruin didn't hear you at all.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Neda, man. Listen, this is all I'm saying, miss. I am happy that you have this good town with good people. But don't forget, many of the people who come past here have blood on their hands. Don't forget, this adorable little kitty is named Crimson Glow. It is not because I like to paint my toenails.
Oh, well, no, I would never say anything like that. Of course not.
Because I do not paint my toenails, I wear shoes.
Shoes?
Yes, people don't know this. They think that I walk around barefoot and I always like my paws to touch the ground. Many of my people do, but no, I like to wear shoes because people are always saying, "Hey, you can't be taking that stuff all the way out here, man." And I'm just like, I am not taking that stuff all the way in here.
Oh, I see, yes. Because you poop and then step in it.
I do not step in it, I poop and then I kick it into a ditch. But I do not touch it when I kick it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, either way, it's good that you've got shoes. Do you have to get them specially made, or?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like a size 1 for kids.
It's just the opposite, Ruan. I wear big boy boots. And then I just take my boot and I put it on top of the table. See, there's big boy boot on it. Clearly, Clemson wrote big boy boot on the side of it himself. But that's one day. You may have big boy boots as well, Ruan. At any rate, where did you see these men last, Mr. Hunter?
Good question.
See who?
The people who were...
Oh, well, I saw them here, really.
So they did not ask you to guide them anywhere?
Oh, no. They went on their own way, But, you've been around these woods long enough, you know where to avoid and where not to avoid.
Yes. Okay. So you don't believe you've seen any new orc activity, yes?
Orcs? No, there haven't been orcs. I have seen signs of goblins, but no orcs.
In the same place?
Yeah. Actually, it didn't take long for them to move right in. The whole thing was just set up real nice for defense and everything like that. And so yeah, they moved in pretty quick.
Okay. Is there anybody else inside the inn?
No, just the sweeper The hunter, the bartender, and the bartender's wife is in the back.
All right, we should talk to the sweeper.
Okay.
Excuse me, good sir. Yes,
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you seen anything out of the ordinary recently? You know, apart from a 6-foot talking feline.
Well, he looks down at Ruin. Is what the fuck's going on with the fish? No, nothing of note. Just visitors, you know.
Oh, were they polite? What were they like? What did they speak of?
Well, I don't. They must have been merchants. They were talking about returns and money and that sort of thing.
Okay. What was your feeling on them? Did they seem like hard men, good men, soft men, happy men, hard men?
Well,
men?
I was outside by the stables and I saw one of them punch the horse in the head.
Oh.
Horse didn't do anything. It was just standing there. And the guy punched him and everybody laughed. And, you know, it was poor for the horse, you know?
These men sound like geekheads.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Thank you, sir, for your insight. But I do believe we have found a target. Well, we know there are some place in Goblins back where we were before, and we have something as a trailer for them now. Oh, by the way, I'm asking all three at the same time. Which direction did they go?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see. They just left town, or left the stables. I had to go and wash pots.
I asked all three of them, by the way.
Oh, all three. Oh, okay. The hunter says, "Well, I mean, you know, if you went back to the other place, then probably find them pretty easy. I don't, like I said, they left. They haven't been here in a while, but I have seen goblin tracks and something else that I can't tell. It's bigger, but I've never seen anything like that."
Could you say that one more time for me? There was a train going by.
I probably can't remember. If you went back to the same spot, I saw tracks of goblins and something else that's big that I've never seen before.
Ah, cool.
So you should be eating lemons and shit.
Yeah, the lemons give you vitamin C.
Fight off the scurvy.
Lemons give you vitamin C, and the fish heads give you something. I can't remember what it was. Fish generally gives you iodine. The eyes have something as well.
I thought the eyes were just juicy, like where they kept a lot of water.
But there's like stuff in it as well. So this guy who got lost at sea, like that was one of the things. He was just compulsively eating the eyes, and they found out that it was because of it has a thing that staves off
like a mineral or something.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So from what you guys can figure out, looks like they set up camp right at the same spot where you guys fought them before. He hasn't seen the slavers. It's been a little while, so he doesn't know if they're what's happening. He hasn't seen the place, so he doesn't know what necessarily is going on there. But since you say slavers, then he's kind of got a good idea.
Okay, boys. Is it possible for us to do some type of reconnaissance to get a view of this camp, to get a view of what this larger thing is before we just dive in? Crimson kind of rubs on his arm, which is just now feeling better. Because the last time we went into something half cooked and with no plan, it involved Ruro and I here, falling and bashing against a mountain several times.
So, well, I mean, yeah, you guys know the way now, do you not? Like, he doesn't
I'm
seem
sorry,
like
yeah, I was sorry, I was talking to the other two characters.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you guys want to do? How do we do some reconnaissance? How do we do some tracking? So we can actually go here with a proper plan.
I think the site we cleared out last time, I want to believe that it would be used by travelers as kind of a pit stop. Because, you know, there was still the campsite there were like some buildings around. So we could probably check there and see if anyone's passed through.
That's at the place you were at before, right?
Yeah. That's where we fought the orcs.
Yeah, right. So, that's where you guys are headed?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to pick up before you go, or anything before you leave?
Do we...
Think about it, and I'll go get a drink.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we need to get some ammo. Let's go pick up that telescope that you didn't have before, or binoculars there, and if they have any. That way we can kind of get a view from a little bit further away.
Yeah. We'll have to find out if they have that here, though.
Well, we'll find out. Ruan, do you have anything to add to this planning committee?
That's my ringtone now.
No?
Thank you, Ruan. You have been as useful as always.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Ruan. Honestly, sir, it is spelled R-O-U-E-N, right? It is not R-U-I-N. Okay, Ruan. Ruan, are you capable of summoning a familiar?
Okay. You guys decided what you want?
Are you actually talking to me about this with other people?
No, nobody was around.
I point towards the bartender.
Oh yeah, well,
and the hunter.
Okay. Well, okay, in that case I'll say, Ruan, have you ever had any pets? Are you capable of finding one and taking care of a pet? Or acquiring one quickly?
No? I mean, technically, you kind of are an animal, so I guess you're considered a pet, right?
You do not own me.
I mean, I didn't say I owned you. I said you're...
I am not your pet.
Okay, there we go.
And we are all animals. All of us.
I take care of myself.
You do not even clean behind your ears.
I do.
I see behind your ears.
As I wet my finger with some spit and then rub it behind my ears.
That,
I might point out that a cat can't lick behind its ears.
I don't lick behind my ears. I lick my poo, and then I rub behind my ears. So honestly, I have nothing to say about what Roran is doing right now. It is perfectly fine. Yes, I would like to know if we can find like some type of binoculars or periscope, something to be able to see from somewhat further distances.
Okay, that's a good question.
Oh, are they all humans, by the way? The slavers? Or the people who passed by?
Yes, yeah, the people who passed were humans.
Don't you think it'd be better? But, I mean, to be fair, this is coming from a really dumb person. If we just come in at night, like ambush them at night, because then they won't be able to see anything. Or I guess I won't be able to see anything either, huh? Oh wait, I can see in the dark.
Shh. But you actually, sir, I need you to do this with me. Let's take a long look at Doran because he just said something intelligent. And we both like to take another insight check.
Insight. Woo. I don't see shit. I got a 4.
Okay. And what did I get?
You got a 22.
You see that I'm telling the truth, that it's still fucking ruined.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you look around. You're probably your best bet. You think, and since size so familiar, would be down by the docks.
Okay.
If anybody's going to be selling stuff like that, it's down by the docks.
All right, cool. We can make our way back over there.
Yeah.
And Ron, I like your plan. I like your idea. You're probably right. They'll probably only have like one man on guard. A certain violent 30 person could kill him from far away before he has time to alert his friends. Then we can simply ambush them in a way we find most comfortable.
Or we could put him to sleep with pull out a poison bolt. Huh?
Oh, we could put him to sleep, or we could put him to sleep.
No, like without actually killing anyone.
Oh, you're taking a non-violent route, Ruan?
No, technically we're still shooting. I'm still shooting them.
Okay, well, if you believe it'll work, I have no problem.
It's not gonna
trying
work.
not to kill people.
Just kill
I'm
them.
just used. Okay, let's go down to the docks and let's see if Sai can use his jewelry tongue, the Earthways, and Earth Eyes to go and purchase something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sai, go and shake that Earth Eyes for them.
Trying to think of the guy that does the bartering down there.
Okay, so you go down. It's not a huge dock. It's pretty much just the one building, and you go in, and it's kind of everything. It's like the gift shop and the fucking all that other shit. But it does have some stuff in there like sextants and stuff like that. Everything is really highly priced. A sextant's like quite high.
Yeah.
And you don't see any spyglasses out.
So, I'll ask the guy. Hey, we're in the market. How are you doing? I see you got some gear here.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff. We whatever the guys need, if we have it, we'll sell it.
We're looking for some spyglasses. Do you have any of those?
No, we do have one. It's real expensive though.
Oh my. How much are we talking?
Really expensive?
Well, I mean, just price tag on it's like 1,000 gold.
Holy shit!
1,000 gold.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people make these. This came out of a gentleman from Kyrian, and he's really good at it, but it costs dear.
Oh damn.
Okay. Now, 1,000 gold is quite a lot.
Oh yeah, it is.
You only have the one?
Just this one, yeah. I mean, it's hard to get rid of. It's not like people come in here with 1,000 gold all the time. I mean, look around. This place hasn't seen 1,000 gold in his lifetime.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Have you ever thought about renting it?
Well, no, I never did. It seemed rather an expensive thing to risk something like that,
No, but see, think about it like this. Let's say all the adventurers came and they wanted to go and destroy their slavery and they wanted to go and invade a goblin camp, right? Let's say these adventurers took this spyglass and they used it in order to help it so that they could be successful on their adventure and live long and prosper. Then you could tell a tale of how these adventurers did such a thing, and you may be able to sell these cloths.
I mean, there's a chance that you guys are going to take this thing and then die?
No.
That's true.
We are the guys.
He looks confused. He looks at the three of you. He's like, "Whoa!"
No. I mean, we are the guys. And Crimson stands up straight and puffs his chest out. He tries to get the other two to do it with him.
I don't think that's anything to them.
You think that this is one of those places that probably hasn't seen or sorry, doesn't get a lot of information right away since it's so small and out of the way.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that this is the city that doesn't know who you are. There's a couple of them along the spine or the mountains of mist that are really isolated.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe not yet. The reputation of the guys hasn't hit here yet. He says, "Well, I tell you guys what. Let's see here. He looks like he's doing some quick math in his head. He goes,
I'm gonna take the other. I'm gonna take Sai and Crimson aside.
okay. He's still.
And I'll say, we'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Something really bad, and I don't think you guys will support it, but we can get that spyglass.
I have an idea of what you are thinking. I don't want you to say it out loud. But just say, if you think you can do it and not get caught, fine. If you can't, then I don't know what we will do. How capable do you think you are of this? Wait a minute.
Before you guys continue, I just want to mention that you now have a reputation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because we are thinking of the thing I think you are thinking of, he will remember afterwards.
But we will have a spyglass.
We would. But don't forget, he will also not only remember, he will hate you afterwards.
I mean, I'm okay with people hating me.
But he'll remember you and hate us. He will come after us and say that we stole 1,000 gold. It's almost the price of a suit of armor. So we're talking actual guards and actual mercenaries coming after us.
We can
understand?
Money too.
I'm not saying no outright, but let's see what the options are before we decide to go with this.
Your call.
If you get caught,
easier.
Yeah, if you get caught, that will damage our good name here. Most definitely.
We don't have a name here.
Yes, we do have a name here. We cleared the orcs and we're known for that here, and our reputation is from up north is going to get here eventually. So we do have a kind of a reputation.
Also, somebody just went and introduced us as the guys.
Yeah. So I don't know if.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know
I don't
who's
know if
dumb
we can
enough to do
withstand
that,
the failure here.
Especially if you're doing what I think you are doing, which means they will automatically know. Because let me see how nimble your fingers are. And I want to play.
I'm not saying I'm stealing it. I'm saying I'm trading it for some of our gold, changing it into even the copper ones and the silvers. Have
So,
coins, change that
so
all to gold, and give it to him.
oh, okay. See, I thought that you were going to try to make friends with him and ask for it, and then leave, and then realize that he will come after us with a fiery and furious vengeance.
No, the makeup thing is a one-time thing. I'm never doing that in front of you guys.
Alright.
Do we have enough coins
let's
to
go.
pass for 1,000 gold?
Do we? I don't think we do. Because,
I don't know how you carry it.
Yeah, we wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
1,000 coins?
I mean, if we found a money...
That's like 10 pounds worth of coins, is it not?
Yeah, that would be a money lender to change our gold into 1,000 copper. And I mean that one of them would have to have 1,000 copper, and they wouldn't.
Not in this place, probably. Now, that being said, let me think. You have Braddock with you. He's with the pony.
Oh God.
And the question with him. I don't remember if he did or not. I remember him leaving and there.
Seems like something we would have, but we haven't talked about it in a while.
In fact, no, that was the other game. You guys didn't rent a warehouse or anything, did you?
See, I keep thinking we did, but I think you might be right, and that was the other game.
Yeah, I think so. And it looks like my shit is frozen. And roll 20. Right, here we go. Okay, so what's the deal? Coins. Okay, so yes, you have access to 1,000 copper coins.
Oh, we do.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll say that Braddock has the wagon, and he's got a lot of that stuff in the back.
All right. So I'll just go back up to the guy and say, "So you were thinking about something. What is it that was on your mind, sir?" Talking to the guy who saw the spyglass.
Oh, he says, well, I mean, I was thinking about this renting thing. I think that, maybe we can work something out. If you guys put down, say, 150 gold, and that'll be the rental fee, and return it when you're done. I mean, you guys are upstanding. Why doesn't somebody give me a persuasion check, just so he's not bending backwards for you?
All right. I have a charisma of 10, so I have a 0 on that.
I have -1.
I believe the only person with charisma is Braddock.
I think so.
No, furball.
You got a 14.
Oh, okay.
What do you got, Si?
I got a 0.
Natural 1. Okay. So Crimson manages to fast talk him enough to convince him that the 150 gold pieces is a good investment, and you got to take a risk to make money. So he's gonna take him up on it, but he still is gonna want that 150 gold.
So that 150 gold is spent, right?
I don't know.
I mean, no, I mean, like if we give it to him, the expectation for him is he's keeping it. He's not just holding on to the 150 gold and then giving it back to us when we give him back the spyglass.
Right.
Fuck me.
This is a rental.
Okay. Hold on. Crimson's going to use his intergalactic,
intergalactic
spatial planar cell phone. So first off, Crimson's going to look at the spyglass, hold it, and take a really, 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 really good look at it.
Okay.
Now he's going to dial the number, and he's going to hit speed dial for Himeji.
No.
And ask Himeji if he can make one of these.
Well, yeah, I definitely could. If I see them.
Oh, right, and I'm just describing it to you, so no, you haven't seen it.
No.
God damn, this is a good idea. 150 gold guard. That's like a total team's goal. Yeah. If we even have that much.
Well, you have 69.
Okay.
I think I have 57.
I have 68.
There you go.
So we could afford it, but we'd be back on square fucking one for something that might save us a round worth of damage.
Yeah.
I meant to ask if you guys really think this is necessary, because
it's not necessary at that price tag.
No.
This is something that we definitely want to get one of if we can. Next time we take a boat, we want to see whether or not we can get one of those when we find a good price for it.
Yeah.
So this is something we want to have. This is something we want to have in the future.
Yeah.
So I will just give the guy 3 gold for his time, and just deal with the fact that we really can't afford the 150.
Yeah.
But we'll give him 3 gold for wasting his time.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks. Yeah, he looks pretty impressed.
Cool.
I just don't feel like walking around with an appropriate amount of gold.
Okay, so yeah, you guys leave.
Want my idea?
No, let's just do this the right way.
I take out my couch and I cast Silent Image on it to make it look like it's full of 1,000 gold. Shake it and it produces a noise.
Okay, bring it up.
Well, no, we're in the clear, Crimson.
Yeah, we're walking away.
Yeah, we're walking away.
Okay.
No?
I don't think so, Laron. It's up to you to try, but I think it's a bad idea. Honestly, I like my reputation, and you know what? On second thought, no, don't do it. Because not only will it affect us, but it will probably go and fall back onto my sister as well.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't make a sound unless you use like prestidigitation or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 2 spells. I don't think you get to actually get sound and substance, so you get all the way up to greater illusion. Or minor illusion. Why the fuck do I know that when literally none of you have ever used that spell? Why do I even know that?
Because you kind of have to.
But it's like, yeah. But it's like, I believe none of you have ever used that spell. I don't know why I would dedicate that to memory. Just because I do want to use that pull out your ass.
I know it because I was planning for my rogue, for my arcane trickster, and so like I can get silent image, that kind of thing. I really want to play that rogue in a dungeon.
We'll find a way.
Yeah.
You want him to be in a dungeon?
Well,
is that what you're going for?
No, it's a Dungeon Delphin character, you know. So he's good with traps, so he's good with stealth, that kind of thing. So
the old school.
So he
no,
would
he's
have
good
been,
overall.
He would have been really
Yeah,
good
Tristan's
for,
are good everywhere.
Yeah, he would have been good for Strahd. This character isn't built for what Strahd has. So this guy is gonna suck.
What I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of dungeons in Strahd yet. I haven't finished it yet, but I've been seeing a lot of dungeons. So
no, there's a lot of castles. There's a castle or two, but there's a whole lot of shit outdoors. Honestly, Sai will be fine. He just needs to shoot through the fog. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of.
What I have heard is that there are a lot of traps, and there are a lot of like little, I guess you can call them puzzles. So like there is a place.
But that's gonna affect.
Yeah.
That's gonna affect all of us. So yeah, all of us are gonna be kind of wishing that we had.
Because I don't have any skills like that. You know, a fighter is a fighter.
Yeah, well, I'm covering a whole bunch of the dexterity skills. I think I can learn.
I have dexterity.
Learn to use thieves' tools.
Yeah, I have dexterity. So but that's just dexterity. Yeah. So I don't have perception is kind of okay.
We could get.
I don't have investigation.
We could get by.
I don't have.
I have
stealth.
perception. I have perception. I have nature. If you go down to medium armor, you'll have stealth again. I got stealth on my ass, and I'm fast. Honestly, I can handle all the rogue shit.
I don't have a few things.
Yeah, I got stealth. I have perception. I have survival outside. God damn, I'm amazing.
Persuasion and deception, I have negatives in and performance, so I'm never gonna get.
But we're gonna be dealing with a bunch of people who are like fast talkers anyway, so our sweet talking wouldn't have gone that far against those guys anyway. The Vasanti have seen it all before.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think there's a lot of sweet talking going on in Strahd. I might be wrong, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's not really there. We're good. We're good. We're definitely good.
I don't think you're really going to miss out on much.
It's a pretty balanced module. You will definitely not only be good, but you'll shine by then because you'll be at 5th level. You'll have your second attack. You'll have more die to play with. Yeah, you'll be great. And if I can stun anybody, it'll be gold.
We're starting at 5th?
We don't know. I mean, we don't know.
4th?
Well, right now we're 4th, but we could be 5th by the time we start, but we don't know what's going to happen with that.
Well, most likely we'll start next week, right? Was that the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, so...
That's the plan, with kind of a caveat. If I don't finish the book, we might do this again. But it's coming up real soon.
Yeah, so...
I just don't know when I'm going to get enough time to, like, finish it, because it's like 300 pages or something foolish.
Shit.
Well, yeah, that's because you're not necessarily... It's made so that you still have a good amount of choices. It's made with a lot of different options on it so that you're not railroading us. So it's like, you're still reading the basics, and you get a lot of suggestions for encounters, but you don't necessarily have to go through it page 1, page 2.
Well,
you kind of use what you want.
Like, knowing the material. You know what I mean?
Right.
Strahd's Castle's got like 4 pages of rooms you've got to go through.
I think it's going to be hard. I think the main part that will be hard is, I definitely feel like this is something that's easier with a book in your hand, because if you do something, you can just flip to the page. I don't know how easy that's going to be. Is it written in like a PDF format, or is it just written like, oh, okay.
Well, no, in the game, like in Roll20, it's information. You click on it, it's like a handout. And it gives you all the information for that area.
Yeah.
Like it's all broken down section or like chapter by chapter. It's pretty
good. That sounds useful.
But
that sounds useful.
I'm reading the PDF, like, to read it, you know?
Right. Like, you already know that Strahd was mad that his brother always got the toppings on a pizza that he wanted, and he wanted his own type of pizza, but his brother came with a more delicious pizza. But then Straw said, "Well, I want that pizza." Yeah, so then Straw wanted that pizza, but he couldn't have it, so he ended up knocking the pizza and his brother off of a bridge, and then he became a vampire.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Sorry. So, Sai and I are walking away. No.
So, what's happening is that you and Sai walked away at the beginning of your conversation, and then for all that time you had your conversation, and as you stopped talking and turned around and looked for Ruin, you noticed that he's not there.
Also, I noticed that not only is he not there, but he looks like he accidentally left his gem that he carries around with me, and I have it in my hand right now.
Okay.
And it's starting to glow and change colors.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Because the gem started glowing when it thought we were in the D city, but now it realizes that we're in the G city, and we're trying to get it connected so that this gem can start glowing and do its thing.
Okay.
Or to be less cryptic, Felixin, we're trying to get him into Google.
Okay. I didn't see him.
Did you give him the link? Does he have the link to hop in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the new game.
No.
He means the Google
Hangouts.
link. You might have to call. Yeah, you might have to call him, but he's been in it before.
Yeah.
You should still have it.
Is he in Discord right now?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, I don't have Discord up, so.
Yeah, I'm so cryptic that I've literally just said all that and actually confused Mike.
Well, I kind of knew what you were talking about, but then I was like, well, I don't see him, but, so, yeah, you guys turn around and look for Ruin, and you don't see him, and then you see him kind of slip out the door of the Dockmaster's place, and seems to be stepping lively.
So, sir, is Ruin going to get us killed or hung?
Yeah, we already talked about that, right? We know he's gonna try.
We know he's gonna try.
Well, maybe try is not exactly the right word, but I do believe that this kid will be the death of us.
Yeah, we've talked enough about this already. It's try. He's trying.
So, who's going to stop him?
Well,
because I believe Braddock won't let us stop him. So one of us may have to distract Braddock while we stop him.
Really?
His stopping time even comes.
That's
I don't know. I think Braddock. I don't know that Braddock will be okay with us stabbing him.
Would Braddock be okay with what's going on here?
Oh.
Yeah. You guys are talking that not whispering volume about stabbing Ruin. Like, hey guys, thanks for waiting for me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, brother.
Yeah, Sai has never hidden his opinion from Ruin at all.
No. Hey, Chadwick, how are you? Chadwick, could you do me a favor and cover your ears?
Oh, what?
Yeah, cover your ears, Chadwick. You do not want to hear this.
But he's also aware, right? Chadwick is also because
Chadwick doesn't. Chadwick's crazy.
I think
so.
Ruin are buddies.
Yeah,
Chadwick's crazy.
That whole conversation at the farmhouse, Chadwick was involved in that as well, so he's aware.
Yeah, but I don't think Chadwick gets it. I think Chadwick is not on. Ruin's gonna get us killed. I think Chadwick's just going about his business.
No, I don't mean aware as in Ruin's motives. I mean aware that there's a question here that hasn't been answered.
Right. I don't think Chadwick actually grasped that. You want to stick with it. I don't think Crimson doesn't think that Chadwick quite grasps the gravity of things, but we also know that Chadwick, although he may occasionally drop a fireball on all of us, is also not going to stick his finger into a dark evil socket.
Probably not. No.
Ruin, on the other hand, will.
You guys are not in game, or are you in the original game?
Yeah, we're in the original
yeah. Yeah, we're still in the original game. We haven't switched yet.
Okay. And
okay, everyone.
What the heck is going on?
Yeah, go to your ears, Chadwick. Oh, okay, everyone. To be fair, we are talking about the possibility of stabbing you. Not that I want to stab you today. It's just making sure you're not doing anything utterly stupid, utterly on purpose. You know, Sai is okay with stabbing you.
Yeah.
I am undecided.
You should decide soon as I take out the spyglass.
Oh, damn it, man. You really went and stole from that poor man?
I didn't steal it.
You stole
Did you give him the agreed upon sum?
I did.
I already passed 2 insight checks. There's no fucking way in hell I'm passing 3.
You want to do an insight?
No.
Yeah, let's try it.
No, I don't. Okay.
Oh, wait. What's this? We're starving somebody, or what?
Oh, they're stabbing me.
I'm not stabbing him yet. We are talking about the possibility of stabbing him.
What we were talking about is you are going to make this come down to them coming after us. So it's going to be a point of, like, we are going to be getting stabbed. So if we want to avoid that, either 2 things have to happen, is that you have to stop doing these things, or we have to make you stop. So that's where we are at in that conversation.
Are you guys talking about the one power?
We're talking about the one power. We're talking about sticking his finger in places it does not belong, grabbing old artifacts, and mainly just playing with magic that he does not understand. You
hear from inside the building a muffled, "Hey, what the fuck?" and then more cursing and yelling. And somebody's starting to open the door. Whips the door open, and it's the Dockmaster.
Can I roll sleight of hand if I'm next to Ruin?
Ruin looks like he's down the block and around the corner.
Well, I could definitely catch up to him.
No. Let's stay right here. Let's
right.
see where this goes.
All right.
You guys are having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, you guys." Try to imagine he's a lot more mad than I am. He says, "Where's my spyglass? What, he's got..." Okay, let me explain what he's got. He's bald. He's got white hair kind of sticking out to the side. It's like a little bit longer. It's kind of like scruffy, I guess you would say. He's got kind of a scruffy white short. It's not a beard, but it's like 10 o'clock shadows. He's got, I guess you would call it a tunic over him, but it's real super tight over his stomach, like so that you can almost see through it. It's old and scratched, and it's got holes in it and stuff like that. And he's like, "Well, what are you guys doing? I mean, I just let you see the telescope or the spyglass, and now it's gone. What's going on here?"
Did you see him? Did you sell a finished spyglass?
Well, I sold it to that guy. He gave me. It looked like coins, but when he left, they just disappeared. Now, I was gonna work with you guys in good faith. What's going on? Did you guys just steal from me? Is this what
we did not.
The guys are about?
The other guy
This is not what the guys are about.
well, what's going on? I mean, you guys came in here, and now my spyglass. Where are you hiding your friend?
We didn't hide him. He ran. He went down the other way.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened here. So you paid him, or sorry, he paid you for the spyglass, and then you say the coins disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So if he was able to steal the coins back, why wouldn't he just steal the spyglass in the first place? Obviously, somebody else, right?
I'm not a thief. What do you're the only guys here.
Well, I mean, you don't normally see thieves, do you?
I'm gonna go to the mayor about this, and
I mean, obviously, there's like some passing bandits or something.
This place doesn't have passing bandits. Everybody's noticed. This is a little tiny spot, and these guys have been here before. And now there's trouble.
Yeah.
And like I said, they noticed the band. Like they notice people coming through, and there hasn't been anybody here for a while.
Yeah, it's not a bustling city. This is an what do you call it? A hamlet.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I just don't get why he would steal the coins back, but he wouldn't steal the spyglass just straight up.
I don't know. I'm not a thief. Let's go ask the mayor. And so he continues on to.
Oh, then it looks like this is where our adventure ends.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes up, and he doesn't go. He goes like down off map. You know, like because this is only half a town.
Right.
He goes to the other half, like you know what I mean. He goes across the tracks, as they say.
Right. I'm kind of curious to see that conversation. What do you think, Crimson?
Well, we might as well not run from the law. Might as well not become fugitives as well as being considered thieves. Just simply explain that we are not thieves, and he ran off on his own.
Yeah, let's.
They wish to keep us arrested, we'll escape after that.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
cross that bridge when we reach it.
Yeah, let's go see the mayor and see this conversation. I'm not siding with Ruan on this anymore. This is ridiculous.
So you guys, you follow him along,
Yeah.
and he's not walking very fast. He's a pretty large guy. He's got to balance his front with his back, so we've got that back arch. And but he's going, and he's mad. You can hear him huffing and puffing and getting red in the face. And he stops. Sorry, he goes into the mayor's house, I guess, and you can see him in there talking to the mayor through the window.
Is it open? Like, can we just go in there, or?
Yeah, I mean, he did. It wasn't. It's not like.
So it's like his office or something, yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go in. Well, at least I'll go in.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay. So he's hold on a sec. I don't know what the fuck that is. Do you guys hear that?
I hear something like a road.
That.
Roaring sound?
Yeah. Sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, it's outside. Could be a street sweeper. Anyway, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
No. So you guys walk in, and you see him standing there, and he's talking to the mayor, and he's saying exactly the same thing. And the guys came in, and they went in and looked at the eyeglass, and the guy had a box full of money, and took it and stole him the sub eyeglass, and then as soon as he left, it disappeared. And now I'm down one spyglass, and I don't have any money. It's an expensive spyglass.
That might be the case, but he actually paid you, right? So the fact that your money, you didn't protect it afterwards from somebody, I don't know where you're getting this accusation from. It could be anybody.
Both him and the mayor look at you like, we don't get anybody here. Like
so wait. Are you saying that there's nobody else in this town? It's just the mayor?
No, this is one of the isolated villages along the Mountains of Mist. So it's the last place to hear anything for our berries. So
I mean, you got like other stores here, like shopkeepers, right?
He means there was no one else in the store. It's not like the place where you go in and there's a crowd in the store. Like there's
there wasn't a lineup.
Yeah. So it was only us and Ruan.
Well, we're the only person that you saw, right? I mean, but you don't usually see thieves, do you? That's why they're thieves.
Well, I can see if somebody takes money right out of my hand.
Well, that's the thing. You didn't see anybody take money out of your hand, did you?
No, there was no money.
Well, you took the money, didn't you? And then later you found it wasn't there. So somebody took it in that time, but that was your fault.
So he says, are you telling me that I don't know when somebody's stolen from me?
No, you stole. Well, you got stolen from, but you gotta make your own security, man. And once you've been paid, that's no longer our business.
So give me a persuasion check.
Hey.
That's good. So as he keeps talking, and you keep talking, you can see his confidence is starting to wane a little bit in his argument. The mayor can see it too, and he says, "Well, look, what exactly happened? You were given money," but he says, "Yeah." He says, "Well," and then he left, and then the money was gone. So the transaction was completed. He left the store, and you somehow misplaced the money. He said, "Well, no, I mean, no, I didn't misplace the money. The money disappeared." Says, "Oh, I mean, come on, disappeared. Have you been into the plum again?" No, Mayor, I swear. And then he just kind of said, "I know it disappeared." And the mayor says, "Look, well, I mean, when you get a little bit better evidence, you come back and talk to me. But just accusing strangers and the guys, more than that, you know who these people are?" And he's like, "No, I don't know who they are. They came in and I bartered in good faith, and this is what happened." These are the guys. These are the heroes of the Mountains of Doom. These 4 people crushed an entire army. And he looks at you guys. The Dockmaster looks at you guys in a kind of a new light and says, "Well, what about the other guy?" And the mayor says, "What other guy?" And the thief. He says, "Well, I mean, where is he?" And
wait, didn't he come along?
What?
Didn't he come along?
No.
Where is he?
He's gone. You guys don't know where he's at. So let's see here. Where was I? So he sends the Dogmaster back, and he's super pissed, right? So he goes back and he says, "Well, fine," and he stomps off. And he stops, and then he looks at Chadwick. And Chadwick just kind of comes up to his belt buckle. He says, "What are you looking at my gut for?"
It's just my height. I get that a lot.
No, I seen it. You were staring at my gut. What do you... That's kind of rude.
Sorry, where would you like me to stare at?
Doesn't matter, he says. You don't stare at a man's gut. He's got a crudely designed, looks like a tiger, but his tunic is so stretched out that the tiger's stretched out really bad too. And amongst the holes and stuff, you see like food stains and things like that, like mustard and stuff. And just like I said, the stomach is very noticeable. I'll see if I can find a picture.
Wow.
So anyway, he goes back to his thing, and
It's been a hard day. Tell you what. Let me treat you out to a meal, okay?
he says, "Well, okay. What are we gonna get?"
So, is there any restaurant-ish or tavern or anything here?
There is an inn.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the inn and see what they have there.
You guys are gonna have to go on Discord for this picture, I think. So he says,
Sounds
"Well,
like
I
rain.
mean, I gotta work at the end of the day." He caught me. I was fucking wasn't paying attention, and somehow I agreed to going for lunch with you guys. Let me put this picture up.
Oh wow. Okay. Sure, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
A little bit of food always helps everybody.
Okay, so you guys head on back to the inn. Oh God. Jesus Christ. All right, give me a couple seconds here.
All right. So, Sarah, what do you think Rowan went off to?
I don't know.
I mean, he never struck me as that fast. I suppose I could catch up to him if I wish.
Do we want to?
Well, we still sort of need him for the moment.
No, well, I mean, do we? Because his usefulness is starting to be shadowed by his liability.
So, am I with the Dogmaster at this time, or are we away from him?
No,
Can I do a private conversation?
he actually says he's got to finish working, but he'll be back at like.
Oh,
So
wait.
so
Did
it's
he actually
now.
steal that spyglass then, or what happened?
I look around and gonna go ahead and roll perception and stealth
Okay.
just to make sure that I'm not I don't have any prying ears. I don't even need to know what the numbers are. I'm just gonna behave regardless. The point is I'm just attempting to be quiet and make sure no one's listening.
Okay.
And I whisper and say, he said something about a plan to pretend to give a man 1,000 gold with an illusionary spell. that the gold would simply disappear after a set amount of time. So in truth, he did steal from the man.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, because as far as I know, our plan was to go check out these ants, and now we have this to deal with, so we are derailed.
Yes, it's almost as if we are killing time for a week while we get things back together. But, life just works like that sometimes.
It's almost like we're waiting for a momentous event. So you guys come in, and you guys enter the inn, and you see Ruin sitting at the bar, chatting it up with the bartender's wife.
Oh, hey, by the way, do you know where my friends are?
I do not even know that you have friends.
She says, "Oh, I think that's them there."
Yeah. This will pay for whatever the man just ordered.
How much is it?
I don't know. Whatever we owe.
Okay. Guess we'll make it a silver piece. Okay, so yeah, you guys walk in, you see him, and Ruin, you're still talking to her. You're flirting with her pretty hard, and she looks like she's enjoying it, and nobody else seems to be around. But you guys walk in, and you see him over at the bar, but he doesn't see you guys.
Well, I mean, what do you guys want to do then?
Well, let's go and eat. The man is going to get very angry when he sees Ruin. And then, I don't know. I mean, Ruin's going to have the eyepiece. I know Ruin, he's going to go and show it to him and rub it in his face. Probably cause a huge scene here. I guess this is a situation where if Ruin makes a bigger mess, we'll let him clean it up himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you already went to bat for him. Not that that analogy makes any sense to you. Yeah, what would the analogy for what to bat for him be before there were bats?
Spoke for him.
Yeah, sure.
It would be some kind of goblin
Doesn't sound
ball
as conversation.
thing.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as conversational, but hey.
Yeah, right.
You
Are
already
you saying
took a
they didn't
lash.
have baseball back then?
They had goblin ball.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are sitting down at the table. What's your idea?
Well, we're just gonna drink, eat, and hopefully the barkeep and shopkeep will be merry.
So eventually, Ruin, she's got to go and go cook something because these guys ordered something. So she goes out, and you look over and you're like, "Oh, look, hey guys."
Hey guys, the spyglass works.
Yeah, it's. I bet it does.
Ruin, would you please put that thing away? The man you purchased it from is coming to join us for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of stuck my neck out for you here, so let's not mess things up.
We have some insight checks for you guys, please.
Sure.
See, this is why I'm saying that my character can't do the skills that he needs to.
Okay. So Crimson, you think that it might not be a good idea for the Dockmaster to see Ruin with a spyglass at supper?
Right. So what Crimson's going to do, because Crimson definitely noticed the smell a rise in the scent of Ruin's testosterone, and he also smelled a similar rise in the scent of estrogen. So he is going to run over and give that barmaid a couple of dollars and have her hang out with Ruin away from here.
Okay. How
That's
exactly are you going to word that?
Huh? And I'm going to run to the girl and say, excuse me. I saw you talking to my friend over there before. He's a little shy. But here, I want you two to go down to, go down, spend a couple of, an hour or two together, relax, have a good time, and just make it seem like, you were just so smitten with him. If you do it for an hour, there'll be another, the same amount, equaling to it.
And how much was it?
Will she do it for 2 gold?
Yep.
One now and one later. Okay, then that's what I'm giving her.
She says, okay, so she goes over to you, Ruin, and I mean, she I don't have a female on me, but she comes from over here. It's like someone totally different than who you were talking with before. And she just starts flirting really hard with you, asks if you want a drink, walks seductively, pushes her tits out, all that kind of. And she's coming on strong. She just happened to have a rake in her hand. So yeah, you guys are seeing Chadwick. You don't have it. Can you bring your token on?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so you guys have about say about 4 hours before Buddy's going to show up.
Oh, wait. So actually, you were paying the Ruin, to go for that hour, not going to come back in 3 hours to go, right?
Oh,
right.
No, she's going to get off work first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pay her to go off with Ruin when our dinner date shows up.
Hold on a sec, guys. Okay. So you guys are okay. So yeah, you got about 4 hours. She's got to get off work, so she'll leave. It'll be about that time. Her shift ends at just before supper time. So you guys sit around talking. Is there anything you guys want to do or say in the 4 hours or anything?
Well,
What do you
so
say?
I was just talking. What are we actually doing here anyway? So what's the plan?
Oh, right. We are going to go and get rid of the slave camp, but we also know that the slave camp is protected by goblins, and they have some larger monsters there. Knowing that last time we fought an ogre that had goblins in a basket that threw pieces of fire, I simply want to know what we are facing before we dive into this camp. Last time we were there were these huge evil ants that whooped the shit out of us.
Oh, okay.
So we were coming here to see if we could procure a spyglass to maybe get some intel ahead of schedule.
Oh, so we actually needed the spyglass?
We wanted the spyglass, but the guy wanted 1,000 gold.
Oh.
Then he wanted 150 gold to rent it. Then we decided that we did not need a spyglass, but Bruin came up with a plan to do what happened on He said, "We don't think we want to go that route, but Rowan decided it was a brilliant day to do. So he did it."
Ah.
Rowan's still here, right?
Yep.
Alright. So, Rowan, listen, sport. Now,
Come on over here, champ.
Listen, sport. Listen, buddy. You know, I know sometimes you get these impulses, and you have all this power and ability, and you think, golly gee, I just want to go and use it all over the world. But at times, you gotta stop and think, oh man, shucks, I'm gonna hurt somebody if I do this. Maybe I can hurt myself, maybe I can hurt the people who I'm hurting, or maybe I can even hurt my friends. And then one day, if you hurt everybody enough, then you won't even have any friends.
I remember this exactly.
Well, all I'm saying is this. Don't do things that you don't want done to you. That makes sense, doesn't it, guy?
I'm sorry, what?
Fucking hell. Rowan, don't be an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are you guys going to tell him about the visitor for lunch?
So, listen. The man who you made the transaction with will be joining us for dinner in about 3 hours. I have well, I know what you are doing wrong over here, but I have secured you a night of a time of pleasurable activities and ways for you to relax with the beautiful woman who you are speaking with.
Please, I can do that myself.
Yes, I know you are very capable. And of course you did it all on your own, but I just want you to show her a good time. Away from here.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, that would probably be best if you just didn't say no.
Please.
Are you guys sure?
We are certain that you would do much less harm by pounding that booty somewhere else than if you are going around flashing your newly acquired stick in here.
I grab, I've had this for a long time. I think ever since I was born.
Bloody fucking hell. Bloody fucking hell.
I just forgot I had it.
Fucking hell, Ruin. Seriously, mate. What's going on with you?
Fantastic, Ruin. I love that. Well, this has been in my family for generations. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Anyway.
All right. If you guys don't want me here, I'll go somewhere else.
We will go and save some people from slavers later. Please, Luan.
Oh.
Remember, we're saving people from slavers. We are not taking the slaves and reselling them to someone else. That would be bad. Do you agree?
No, I don't sell. Why would we ever sell people? Why would I ever sell people?
Just making sure. It's hard to tell what it is you would do.
Because you can get a good price for them.
I mean, the word I remember having heard said was mercurial. You've heard this word, mercurial, right, sir?
Yeah. We use that in our barometer.
I don't need to do an insight check to realize that Sai is extremely disappointed that we're not stabbing Ruin right now.
Yeah. He doesn't seem happy about that. Okay, so the hours pass. Nothing eventful goes on. The hunter leaves. That's the most exciting thing that's happened in 4 hours. And she's off work. And she says, "You want to come with me, honey?"
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, you guys go on out.
All right. We'll be somewhere else. You guys have fun.
You have fun too, and do not make any little ruinations.
that was nice. Nice wordplay.
Thank you.
So Rowan, I'll just put you out here around the corner. So he comes in, the dock master, and he says, "Hey, says hi to everybody, and says that his name is Phil."
Hey there, Phil. Yes, have a seat. Join us.
Oh, thank you. That's nice of you.
Okay, Phil. This is Chadwick. Fiddle
fingers.
Fiddle fingers.
Twiddle. Whatever.
This is Sai. Peron?
Marin.
No. Marin. And I am Crimson.
Oh,
And then I
nice,
just bite my tongue. I bite my lip.
nice to meet you guys.
Wilson, Chaser, Freeze, same soul child.
What happened to your friend?
Oh, he's busy. Actually, I had a couple questions for you. I mean, you've been the dock master here, so you've been watching the river a lot, haven't you?
Well, yeah, that's what I do all day.
Hold on. Not quite drunk enough for this conversation yet. And I'm going to go up and grab several L's.
Okay.
I'm just going to do that, come back.
He's up here and he gives you the L's, and yeah, you go back and everybody starts drinking.
So I have to ask, did you ever see any like really special fish around here? Like just like the most beautiful, most incredible fish like you've ever seen? That's like no other fish ever compare to?
Well, I mean, not really. Nothing that really jumps out at me. Are you in business for fish?
Not exactly, but okay. And you never actually just tried calling out Marta or anything, did you?
No, can't say that I have.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, thanks. It's just something I've been working on, but I haven't had much luck yet.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Yeah.
Okay, Phil. It's time to fill up. Get us we need to get you another drink.
Oh, well, sure. Wouldn't say no.
No need to say no. Not tonight. So, fill up. What do you know about a group of traders coming through? I believe they may have used this dock.
Well, there were some guys in here a couple of weeks ago.
What type of men were they?
Well, I guess it's a little hard to say. Not people that I would associate with, I know that.
Oh, they were assholes. The type of men that would punch a horse.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's exactly what they are.
Fucking horse punchers.
Yeah, fucking horse punchers.
Yeah.
Which way were they sailing?
Well, guess they were headed south.
Oh. What's that sound like to you, sir? Using your navigational tools and skills.
South. The which group would it be though? Because there's one that was from the west, was it? And there's another one.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Fuck. Where are two groups of slavers? Well, it doesn't matter. If there's a group of slavers, they're getting their business ripped the fuck up.
There's two markets to sell slaves. I mean, as
Okay.
far as you know, there could be 1,000 slavers out there, right?
Right.
Some jerk happens to find a magic user and knocks them out and goes and sells. You know, like it's an open market for anybody to pay with that.
Okay, so yeah, we're good. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but like what I was getting at is the pathway that they are taking to get to be passing here.
Yep.
So one starts in the west, the other one starts where? North or northeast?
No, those are the end points.
Those are the end points.
Yes, that's where they go
Right.
to sell.
So what was the other end point? The other end point was where? North or east?
North and west.
North and west. So those are the endpoints, and then we have a group that passes through Holly. So straight line from either Holly to north or Holly to west, and you continue that. So this group would probably be coming from east or south, and we have to now consider that there could be some really big kidnapping and slaving operations in those directions.
So, Doc Master, have you heard from any people from the surrounding towns that are missing people, be it homeless, they're farmed, they're insane?
People who insane around here?
Yeah, insane in the membrane.
No, not really that I can recall. Everyone's pretty normal. You know, they just go about their business.
What about outliers, outsiders, people who do not quite fit in? Have any of them suddenly up and disappeared? Perhaps the undesirables became unnoticeable?
No, we wouldn't noticed if anybody was missing. No, we're no, nobody's been missing. No.
One last question. Has anybody said a sudden interest in hanging out with orcs or goblins?
I don't think so. No one that I know.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Well, it's keep eating and drinking on us. You are obviously a really great guy, and it's great to have had a drink with you. And thanks so much for all your help.
Oh, I mean, no problem. If you find that friend of yours, you tell him I want to talk to him.
Oh, okay, will do.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Dokamaster. Here, take this 3 silver, go and get whatever else you'll need. I do not know if our paths will cross again.
Well, thank you guys. You know, you guys are some pretty good fellas after all.
Thank you.
He just keeps eating. And he's a mess. You know what I mean? Like food's falling out of his mouth and stuck to the side of his face. And it's
Crimson tries to put his finger up onto his lips and does a little thing to say that he has something on
his mouth, but then he realizes it's just pointless.
And just smear more food on himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you can see why he's got the stains and stuff on his shirt. Everything's just falling down onto his stomach and then down onto the table. Pardon me. So yeah, you guys are on the way out. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we're gonna go see if we can catch up with Ruin after he gets done doing his thing. Which I guess we can switch to that scene. Yeah.
Okay. So question first. I think we're gonna call it fairly soon, and probably before we get to the slaver part.
That's fine.
So we'll save that for next week.
That's fine. Then we'll have a full team, hopefully.
So, Ruin, you are in the hay over here with this woman with a rake.
You good with that, right?
Oh yeah, she knows how to work. She's got strong hands from carrying buckets of water all day, broad shoulders. She's she could hurt you if you asked her to.
Somewhere everyone hears Crimson say he didn't pay for that.
I give her 5 gold and I tell her to go home.
Okay, she says. She can move to the big city now. So she tucks all that gold into her cleavage, and it's good cleavage, but that's 7 gold pieces or 6 gold pieces. So yeah, that's fine. She takes off.
Have a good life.
Thanks, you too.
Did you really give her 5 gold, or did you give her 5 pebbles?
I gave her 5 gold. Oh shit, that's my copper. God damn it. Okay. And then I'm gonna walk back to the docks.
Okay.
Use the spyglass, see if I see anything.
At the dock, like, what are you looking for?
Slavers? Like, lights? Fire? Smoke?
Give me a perception check.
That's decent.
Okay.
Actually, since he has the -1 on that.
So you look out and you're looking roughly. Were you there with the ants?
Yeah.
Okay. So you look roughly in that direction, and it's hard to tell for lights and stuff because it is like early evening, so it's not dark yet. But you do see signs of not movement, but activity. You know, like that seems to be less trees around, and it looks like they fixed up some of the walls and stuff. But it's hard; it's too far away to really get an accurate count of anybody or to actually see anything. You would probably have to get further into the woods to get a real good look.
That's fine. Is the door locked?
Yes.
Any windows open?
They're not open.
Unlocked?
You'd have to check. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Damn it.
So They aren't open, and they don't seem to be like unlocked. What's your strength?
9.
Okay.
After last week,
try and you just can't punch the window open. I mean, I guess actually, you know what? Give me a strength check. Probably be the best way to do it.
Don't you have a crowbar?
No. I have my glaive.
Wait, what pack do you have?
I
you don't have the pack with a crowbar?
Nope, I don't have a pack.
Oh.
I bought my stuff.
If you're gonna try your glaive, you can give me we'll use that roll at advantage. So give me another roll. Yeah, you just can't get the right angle on it. Can't get the blade underneath the window well enough to be able to put any kind of torque on it. So doesn't look like you can get this one open.
Okay, I'll break the window then.
Okay. Do you want to do a stealth check, or are you just gonna break into the place early evening?
I'll do this.
Okay. Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, you put darkness around.
I'll put it on me, so it moves with me.
Okay.
No one sees you. It's just a giant cloud of darkness running around.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Pigpen.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? You just smash.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you smash it in with the butt of your glaive and clear it out like they do in the movies, and yeah, one broken window.
Is the box that I put the money in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put the spyglass in there.
Okay.
I leave and jump in the water.
Okay. You just jump off the edge of the dock.
Well, I leave through the same window.
Yeah.
Take off everything. Well, that maybe take off everything.
Okay. Well, the glass is on the inside.
Yeah. So I get out, right?
Okay.
Through the window.
Yep.
And then I take off everything.
Oh, you take off everything. Sorry, I thought you said you pick up everything.
No, I take off.
Okay.
But still with darkness up, and then jump in the water.
Going skinny dipping?
So despite the fact that we're not here, I just feel like it was said, does he realize he is taking his clothes off in the wrong order and the wrong scenario?
Yeah. So there's a globe of darkness and nobody seems to notice anything. And yeah, are you crazily jumping in the water, or are you just getting in the water to wash something off?
Like a dive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you dive in the water and come up, and the water's not great. You know, there's a lot of pollution. I mean, just from ships and that kind of thing. It's not water you would drink, that's for sure. But you're okay swimming around.
I stay there for a while. And then before the night ends, hold on. I might be able to do something.
Okay.
I feel like you're trying as hard as you can to kill off your character.
I'm not. I kind of like him, actually.
He's gotten some pretty important roles to keep that from happening. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
last one.
Okay. So... I go back to the window.
Okay.
I break it again, like the whole thing.
Okay.
I broke. Actually, no. Oh fuck it. I'll just cast mending on it.
Okay.
So it fixes itself.
Yep.
And then I leave for the night.
Where are you going?
Hoping back to the inn.
All right. Okay. So, what are you guys doing in that time?
Well, I guess we're going to wait for him at the end since we know he's going to show back up over there before we discuss how we're going to go about getting information on these slavers.
Okay. So, Ruin, you I'm walking in the inn.
Wait, is he wearing pants?
Yes, I think so. Are you wearing pants?
No, I'm
He
still.
didn't actually say.
I didn't say. I have all my stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm still butt naked.
Okay. Are you covering yourself in any way?
No, like just carrying my stuff.
Okay.
Did it all hang out there?
Yeah. Air it out, you know.
All right. So you walk in the inn. It's dark. There's not the fire's burning in the hearth, and there's a couple of candles around. You see the bartender behind the thing, and he's looking this way, washing some cups or something like that. Yeah, and you enter, and you guys all turn and see him standing there in all his glory.
So, it was a interesting night, Rowan.
You could say that.
Are you going to tell him?
Nah.
You know what? Seriously, at this point, it just makes fucking sense. No. You know what? Fuck that. It does not make fucking sense. Rowan, why are you not wearing pants?
So as you guys are talking, and Crimson's voice gets raises higher and higher, you hear from over behind him, goes, "Holy Jesus! What happened to you? Did somebody steal your pants?" And he comes walking out like real concerned.
No, I have it right here.
Well, by God, man, put your pants on. You can't walk around here without any pants on. We have laws.
Oh, my bad. Put my clothes back on.
Okay. And he's scandalized. You don't see him for the rest of the night.
You know, I didn't think the day would come where I'd have to tell one of my teammates that it was important to go outside in pants.
Yep. It's a night of firsts.
But that's what happens at times. So, Ruan.
Yeah?
As I said, did you have an interesting night?
I mean, what do you think?
Well,
It looks like it. Yeah, that's. Whatever. It's more than I need to know, actually. It's.
okay,
sure?
okay.
You know she
Did
was
you get-
really good with that rake.
I
I gave her 5
fuck
extra
it.
gold.
Oh, okay.
It's that good. I gave her my glaive too. Give that a try.
A dump bump. Anyway, we got absolutely useless information and possibly false leads from that dope master.
Yeah? I got something.
Its herpes do not count. I mean, syphilis does not count.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think she has that now. Yeah. But no, I did see some movement back there. I used that spyglass
Oh,
that I don't have anymore.
You don't have it anymore?
Nope.
wait. Hold on.
What happened to it?
Crimson's just rubbing his temple.
Yeah.
You
You can twist me if you want. I mean, to be fair, you guys just saw me. naked. So I guess there's really no need, but I don't have it.
Crimson is going to go and take the sharp objects and push them away from Sai.
So Crimson definitely picks up all the silverware, moves it towards the bar.
I'm wondering if I should stop. And Chadwick kind of twiddles his fingers a little bit.
So, Ruan, what did you do with the spyglass?
I pull my pants down, turn around, and cast Silent Image. Make it look like the spyglass is up my ass.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Well, it's better than you thought it was going to be.
I suppose.
Except,
I make it go away.
if you looked into it, everything would be magnified.
Okay.
Honestly, that's how you get pink eye anyway, so I'm definitely not looking through it.
For sure, that's definitely pink eye behavior.
I make it go away. Pull my pants back up. And yeah, I don't have it anymore. I returned it.
You returned it? Like you gave it to him?
No, I returned it.
Did you really return it?
Yeah.
Who wants to do... Okay, fine. Can we do a triple insight check on him?
Sure.
Wow, we rolled insight a lot today.
Yeah.
This isn't even like an espionage mission. This is just...
Pretty good. What do you want to know?
I just want to know whether or not he is telling the truth about returning the spyglass.
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's
All right.
not lying.
Well, okay, I guess that's a good thing. Okay. Well, just let's try and avoid that in the future.
I got some use out of it though before I returned it.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's good. That's
Well,
good.
other than that,
All I'm saying is, you need to be careful in these
I
times.
saw slavers.
Oh, good. Where did you see them?
Across the river.
Across the river?
Water?
Can we just go over there?
I take them outside and point them towards where the smoke should be coming up now.
All right.
Take them there? Or
No,
just
like
kind of show
just like outside and like show them.
Okay. So, hold on a sec. You take them out to the docks and look across the water, and you guys see roughly where the place was before that you were at. You do see. It's hard to see in the at night, but you do see smoke off in the distance, roughly from where that encampment it was.
Is there smoke on the water?
No.
Okay.
It's not SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob can make fire underwater.
Oh, no, I was referring to an old song.
Yeah.
Where Mike.
Fire in the skies.
Yeah, exactly.
He's purple, right?
Yep. Smoke on the. Sorry. But don't forget. I mean, I don't even know if you noticed it, but every time you said thumb, I said thumb, 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 thumb.
When did I say thumb?
FAALME.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So whenever you said that,
oh.
yeah. So whenever you said that, every time you said it, I was like Thumps up, thumps up, thump. All right.
All right.
So.
Looks like you did a good job at finding them. There is just one thing I do want to ask you. Do you still have that gem?
What gem?
Oh, sorry. Here, I have it.
Oh, you were able to get that gem. Oh, perfect. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, somehow or another, it just ends up being wherever it needs to be. It's a very strange item. Like, if somebody of I was indisposed, and Nurua were indisposed, whoever needed it, whoever was not indisposed would have it, and you would pop out of it.
Wow.
Seriously, it's a nice traveling device. But you don't even know what it's like in there, do you?
Do you want to trade places?
No. Do not wish to be in a gym. We've already established that does not work for the rest of us, and we have to walk around in drunken stupas if we are not here.
Sure, I'll trade places.
You've actually been in a Duran.
Hmm?
You were actually in it for 2 weeks.
Oh. I don't remember.
You weren't in it, but
I thought he was.
No. He was
Okay.
just in and out of consciousness.
Oh, okay. See, I thought he was there when we did our first military mission.
No. He was just kind of Ugu, I guess.
Okay. I tried to put him in there, but then I didn't actually confirm that I had that type of power. All right. Cool.
You just gave him a bruise on the head.
Oh, we didn't
Trying to
weaken him
bash
enough.
him with it.
We didn't weaken him enough before we tried to get him stuck into the portable device.
Right.
Pretty much.
Gotta be a quarter health.
Or I was owned by another trainer.
Oh, man.
Well, okay, gentlemen, it's 11:30 here, and I think I'm going to call it for tonight. This is good. We got a couple of things to do before we hit Strahd, so
Yeah, we're having some adventures. We're laying down some of the possible things that could happen. And we think we're going on a normal, everyday, humdrum mission.
right. So I
Also,
will see. Go
They
ahead.
didn't miss much besides us actually deal with some. Honestly, honestly, a situation with team turmoil where nobody got stabbed and things got solved and nobody got fucked over.
Right.
I'm surprised that worked out as well as it did, honestly.
Well, there were some close calls there.
I'm pretty sure it was a clutch persuasion that you had
Yeah.
because you literally didn't know what was going on.
That 21 really saved your ass.
Yes.
Like, if Darren or I had to tell the lie without mentioning the fact that it's possible, the only thing that saved us is the fact that this is a low magic world. If it wasn't a low magic world, like a normal magic D&D world, we would have been fucked because they would have known that that was just making fake gold spell.
Yeah. Well, and there was a deception spell. There was a deception roll that Rowan passed that also saved him. Because otherwise he would have just been like, here, take these nothing that looks like coins but doesn't make a noise.
Right. So we would have been fucked in a regular level magic world. Because I don't think Sai and I would have had anything. Sai, what would we have done in a regular level magic world where that type of spell was regular and obvious?
Tell the truth.
No, I was not covering for him because
Yeah, neither was I. I was just sitting there like, we're shut up. We just let Chadwick go do his thing.
I was going to say, in that case, I wouldn't have had any argument at all.
I don't like.
Right.
I don't like how that kind of thing it makes us have to follow him if we want the game to continue. So it's hijacking the game for me. So that's like, I was not going to go with that anymore. So it's like, if he screws up, let him screw up. If something happens, because that's what has constantly been happening. He's been doing this stuff, and we kind of have to go along because we want to continue playing. And I'm not too fond of that.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he's done anything terrible except for. Well, I mean, this has been probably the closest he's come to being captured, right? Like, or caught. But I mean, I don't think you guys have had to
and also
follow him through anything,
it's a kind of gameplay that this character was not built for, because it's like just like you said, just like I was saying at the beginning of this, like I don't have that skill set. That's not what my fighter was for. So like these kinds of things, there's nothing for me to do really. So once he derails the game that way, that kind of takes me out of it.
Well, yeah, I can see that. I mean,
so I'm not fond of it at all.
My main thing here is deception and persuasion. That's my highest bonus. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like, I mean, you guys are going to have to figure that out amongst yourselves, but I mean,
but is it going to be like this in Strahd as well?
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
What?
Well, here's the thing.
These characters are going over, so is this thing going to happen in Strahd as well?
Well, I mean, I'm not the one to ask. I don't know. I think Ruin's being altered somewhat going into Strahd, but I don't know. I don't have any.
All right. So, just thinking is, Mike, I would prefer if we lean towards teamwork more often than not. Like, obviously, if something happens that goes with one character's belief versus another character's belief, cool. That I'm perfectly fine with that type of conflict. I really don't want to do a thing where we're fucking around with each other just to see what happens.
I will say this. I've done D&D groups that have had the party at each other's throats, and it generally ends up with the whole D&D group kind of breaking up.
Now, I don't think that's necessarily a danger here because I don't see it really happening in the other game. I kind of feel like this is still, at this point, a character thing. It definitely is for me, at least.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know anything about each other. We're still trying to get to know each other.
That's true.
Well,
I will
out of
also
character,
say,
I generally have this conflict with chaotic characters because it's the same thing I had with Cameron. I don't play well with that kind of thing. I think it derails too much of the game. It pulls the game in that character's direction only, and everyone else has to kind of follow along.
The thing with Cam, though, is that, like, he's nowhere close to Ruin. Like, he was still helpful.
Yeah, so this is worse.
But I don't know what the problem with that one was.
By the way, I'm trying to remember, who set the castle on fire? Was that Ruin?
Yeah.
No, that was actually Braddock.
Not me.
That
was actually Braddock. Yeah, he just was mad at the he saw something crazy onto the old dry straw-filled bed. Something creepy happened, and then he lit it on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
But that was more my fault because I noted, like, dude, you can't light a big old 2,000-year-old mattress on fire and expect nothing terrible to happen.
I will say this about Ruin's behavior is that as far as this episode went, or this session went, it derailed a little bit, but not enough to, I mean, it was just one of those weird off sessions, you know? Something picked up and we just went with it. But I will say that it gives more chances for role play, I find. And it's not, I mean, and this is just me, like, from my point of view. If I was a player, frustrating, yes, but not deal breaking for me.
See, I'm right now still on the balanced side of this being okay, only because this is a world where use of magic can get us into trouble. So, like, if we're all super careful about it like I would be if I were a caster, then we wouldn't have to worry about that. We wouldn't have any fears. Now this kind of let add a character trait for Crimson where he's constantly on edge of when's the next time one of these casters is going to fuck up and A, possibly get them killed by the Dark One power, B, go crazy themselves, or C, just get us with nooses around our neck. Also coupled with his loyalty to his team in general. So for me right now, it kind of adds something for Crimson, although I also don't necessarily love it. And I can also understand and definitely respect where Darren's coming from. It's like, I don't really want to do the inter-party conflict thing unless it comes, from a natural thing of values. Value A meets value B.
For me, it's like there's no gray area to it. It's at a point here where, just as you said, these things can get us hanged or killed. So why would we continue to associate with it? So like there's no reason for us to still be putting up with this. But we kind of have to if we want the game to continue. So that's what makes it frustrating for me. Because my character would not stick around for this.
But I think a misconception is that you guys aren't going to be hanged. You guys don't have anything to worry about because they can test if somebody can channel the one.
Because the Salem witch trials went so well, right?
Well, I mean, what I mean is that if anybody...
Because we met the White Cloaks.
Yeah, but the White Cloaks aren't the ones that, they're not going to be the ones that are the issue. It's the Aes Sedai you got to worry about. Those are the people who are... I mean, the White Cloaks, yeah, they'll kill you, but, I mean, they've been pretty much destroyed at this point.
Even if we come out of that well, that's not where I wanted to go with the game. So it's like I would be pulled along there. Because I came here to fight ants. I'm a fighter. I was looking forward to a fight.
I get that. And I get the in-character.
So what would happen here is that game, like we would spend a session or two in a scenario where I have no kind of footing at all.
No kind of what?
Footing.
Well, I mean, I get that. But I tried to make it understood from the beginning that there's going to be scenarios where you're going to be able to use, an urban situation where there's more role playing involved.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that's okay if we have to deal with the world. I don't like that the party stuff is adding to that, is additional to that, because the world itself is so much more difficult to deal with. I don't need that extra bit of stress coming from the party itself.
I get that, yeah. I mean, but I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
like
there's really not
going to be up to you guys.
No, it's
there's not.
All right. So the reason why I'm putting this out there is just as I said. I'm asking Ruan if this is going to happen in Strahd.
Oh, okay. So the one thing I will say is that this going crazy stuff is basically from Mike here. It's as in, like, we don't have a choice about it. He's like rolling numbers for this, and we are getting information about how crazy we're supposed to. Well, yeah. In fact, what's going to happen?
Right.
So it's not really in our hands, as it were.
But these characters will be transferring to Strahd. That's what was specified. So, like,
right.
What is going to happen in Strahd?
So, are you asking, like, are both of our characters going to die here and no longer be able to use magic?
No,
in other words, basically, do we have to reroll?
No, I'm asking in terms of, like, your behavioral patterns. Like, will we still have this inter-party thing going on in Strahd? That was what I asked earlier.
But his question is that is Ruin still going to keep screwing around when we're in Strahd?
Well, I don't think that Ruin really has a choice here. He's going crazy because he uses the one power.
much like my character is
right.
I'm not as far along as Ruin is, but eventually
neither one
I'll
of
go
you.
crazy too.
Yes, but neither one of you are far along. I mean, I don't think that. But again, I don't know. But I never imagined that the craziness would take on that sort of a. But I mean, I guess it could. But like I said, if he wants to play it that way, that's fine. I'm okay with whatever you guys do. You know, for the most part.
Well, I mean, like I know.
See, basically the reason why I went with my character going with the whole fish thing is I figured that'd be a crazy that wouldn't actually cause any inter-party conflict.
I'll say right now, and you've read the books, when you guys start to go crazy, that's going to be a big deal, and that's going to start a lot of inter-party conflict. Like that. I mean, the biggest fear of people around male channelers is that they'll wake up one day and go crazy and kill everybody around.
Yeah, like the one we fought in the forest.
So if you actually look at the
exactly.
book, with the way that we're going to, it seems like we're going to do this, then yeah, absolutely, our characters are going to probably either kill the rest of you or
right. So that was another thing I was saying. Why would we stick with you if that is going to happen? Because at this point, it feels like I don't have a choice but to go along with you for the sake of the game continuing. When in reality, in this world, the logical thing is to cut ties with you if that is what is going to happen.
You know, that's kind of my. I think it's really realistic to do the rules like they currently are, but I think that for at least party cohesion, it's really tough to do it this way because, yeah, you're right. You don't have any reason to do this, and honestly, if you're going to play your character, why not kill us or turn us in?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the thing is, I don't want to wake up at some point in the game and have to fight Ruin or Chadwick. I don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it with Dastin. Like, I don't enjoy waking up and saying, "Oh, this guy you've been hanging out with this whole entire time is the bad guy." That's not fun to me. Just point blank, period.
But as we've seen, that's where this is headed.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, why don't we just make a change here so it's not like that? I mean, if we can all agree that it's bad for the party, well, let's just change it.
Well, also, we're doing a lot of talking right now, and I haven't heard anything from Zen, and I'll really make sure that we hear from him too, because there's a thing he wants to do with his character, there's a way he wants to have fun, and there's definitely a way where we can find some place in the middle where everybody's having a good time. Obviously, because we've done it several times before. We've been doing it for over a year. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't continue.
No, I don't either. I mean, this is.
I'm sorry, Mike. I wasn't trying to step on you, Mike, but I really want to hear from Zen, if possible.
Yeah, what do you think there, Zen? Or if you're talking, we can't hear you.
He's talking, but it's fuzzy. I think he's talking.
I can't
hear anything.
Well, as far as the madness thing goes, I made it perfectly clear from the beginning that that's what was going to happen. You guys decided to make characters that way.
Well, and for me, that's perfectly fine, because I don't mind my character necessarily going crazy or dying, but maybe the rest of the group that didn't make that decision does.
Yeah, like I know that when you mentioned the madness thing, I went in search for as mundane a character as I could create. So I went with a fighter to create as mundane a character as he could create. Because we took the low magic to mean that it was super rare and no magic thing. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly thought we were all going to be walking around with like melee type fighters or rogues and shit.
Yeah.
So like, when we found out like, oh no, even with a paladin which has a couple of little prayer spells, he was going to be using smites and lay on hands anyway. So even he wasn't going to be in danger of like madness that often, because he would be using magic very rarely. So we all kind of went into it thinking, that's not going to be that big a problem. And then we realized we have 2 magic users. Then we get hit with a fireball.
Yeah.
Then we have darkness flying over places. And all of a sudden we're like, oh shit, we actually could be in trouble.
Well, things did get a little out of hand as far as the magic users go. Once everybody started casting magic, it made me realize that I thought the magic was going to be centralized in the White Tower. And then you would have people who popped up who would be the enemies, who did have magic. These people are kind of being introduced as long-term bad guys. That's kind of was my idea.
Right.
But in all honesty, trying to fight you guys with melee characters against melee characters is not it's good. It makes me think it's going to be exactly like the last game, right? So then I started putting magic in. Now the fireball thing was for more for effect, because I wanted it to be like you guys were being shelled during the battle.
Oh God, no! I'm not talking about what you were doing from a DM standpoint. That's not what we're talking about. I forgot what it was we got hit with. It was like and this is really the only time we rolled bad, but Chadwick rolled bad on the wild magic table, and like a fireball dropped on us. Or it dropped on him inside. Whatever spell it was, it hit him and it hit Sai.
Yeah.
Like a lifesteal one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
one
like
of those.
3 hits in that round, and the major damage was from Chadwick. I was
so yeah, you throwing magic at us while we were all melee characters. At first, I was just like, "Ah, that's dirty." Like we're just gonna be victims for it. After he told us there was low magic here, but the fuck ever. I was going to be able to deal with it. I thought it was, dirty, but the fuck ever. I'm not on you about that. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly cool. But I was looking at it from a roleplay standpoint that, as far as we're concerned, magic is fucking legendary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
the stuff of legends. It's stuff that we just don't even believe in. So I was already like, when we had 2 people who are literally just using magic with us, it's just like, oh.
Well, yeah.
And these guys are just doing it like they're breathing. Like, these guys are doing it like it's nothing. Like, there's nothing weird about it. Personally, and I can't roleplay for anybody else, I would have been like, well, these guys should be extremely secretive. And at first, Ruin was. And then, all of a sudden, he kind of got drunk with power and said, I can do whatever I want. And I guess that's what I'm seeing coming from him now, which is why I'm still not at the point where I'm actually upset. But I could understand and feel that there's a little bit of frustration brewing, because the one thought I had was, if we went to Strahd and it's actually Ruin's fault that we get stuck in Barovia, and Crimson is ripped away from his sister and his nephew because of a decision Ruin made, like literally taking an evil eye and wearing it around his neck, then Crimson's definitely going to try to kill him on day 1 in Barovia if he gets sucked up because of a decision Ruin made. Now, whether that role plays out or not, but Ruin's definitely, Crimson's definitely going to try to kill him if he gets ripped away from his family and everything he loves, because Ruin decided, oh, that's shiny, well, that's cool. Or, what would happen if I did this?
Yeah, it's not nice to be at the mercy of something like that.
Well, no, I mean, I get that. Nobody likes to be around somebody who's unpredictable and will do it at the detriment of the party. But that's just kind of sometimes the way people are, you know?
I feel like we're not there yet. Like, I still fully trust Zenair not to fuck up the game or fuck up the party just because. I do.
Yeah, for sure.
I still trust Zenair to do that because I know him from a DM standpoint and know what he invests in his characters and what he invests in the game. I also know him, to be pretty careful about not hurting us. Like, I think if he did something that literally got one of our characters killed, I know Zenair would not be like, oh yeah, that shit was funny. He would not do that. So I trust that at the end, he's going to do the right thing. And I realize that there'll be times where our character has some consternation, which is why I feel like being open about us not being a well-oiled machine of a team and ready to take care of these two rogue magic users if it comes down to it is okay. The answer to Sai's question to why would we keep hanging out with them, I don't have an answer for that. You're right. It is an exception made for the game because obviously Crimson and Sai, I don't know where Braddock would go, which direction, but obviously Crimson and Sai would be like, hey, y'all two, do you, and we'll go this way.
Yeah.
Like we were actually talking like, what would Crimson and Sai doing? Us remaining a cohesive unit is what I consider to be necessary metagaming. I could definitely understand why somebody would call it metagaming. And hey, I don't necessarily think metagaming is this evil thing. Sometimes you got to keep going just so that we can fucking play and have some fun and actually do something. It's like, we all know that I don't have any good reason to go down into a cave and get some magical weapons just because somebody told me I was the fucking chosen one.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm gonna get some cool magical weapons. That's awesome. But I could get some cool magical weapons, or I could just wait for the army to go and hand me what else I need, or I could go get something cool. A real person would be like, if I'm gonna go dive down into a cave with extraterrestrial races, get eaten by a giant purple worm, and everything else to get a weapon that's a little bit magical when I could just go back out with my big brother where he's just leading armies against other armies coming off ships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but where's the adventure at? And the adventure is in doing the stupid thing that, well, not stupid, but the crazy thing that normal people wouldn't choose. I mean, you guys have been raised in the army since before you were born. I want to say this war's like a fucking 1,000 years old.
Generational thing.
So it's like you don't think your characters wouldn't even think like regular adventurers do. You know nothing but war. You remember I used to play Starship Troopers at the beginning of it. That's more akin to how you guys would think. And that's how you played it.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, there's always going to be that type of thing that you kind of give up for it. Like I said, I definitely respect where Darren's coming from. And Mike, I definitely respect where you're coming from too, because the whole point in choosing this setting was so that some of this stuff could come up. I would say that right now, the best way I see to play it out is for our characters to go with what they really think and feel. Like today's thing where Sai and I just sat there and shut up, and if they would have caught Ruin, he would have needed to find his own way out of the situation.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. Like, there's no need for us to go and attack a bunch of town guards because he did something out of pocket. And we don't have the right to control Zen's character either. So we play it like it got played. Whatever the fuck happens is whatever the fuck happens. If Crimson was already figuring out a plan to escape if he had to,
yeah,
but
that doesn't
mean that he has to back
well.
up. Yeah. So, I mean, I was already thinking of that, but that doesn't mean that we have to do what he says. And you know what? That's the truth. Sometimes your friends are going to do dumb shit that you don't agree with, and sometimes you're standing next to them when they do it. I don't know about you, Mike, but I've got a friend, one of my closest friends. I refuse to go to the bar with him now because I know he's an angry drunk.
Right.
You know?
No, I mean, look, I get it. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? But this is shit that happens. Personally, I think it's going more well than bad. I'm okay with some slight discomfort here and there, as long as I know and trust that the people playing are going to be respectful, and I know and trust that Zen's going to be respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it, and that's the easiest part for me. I can't speak for anybody else, and I can't force anybody else to feel that way, but I trust Zenair.
And as far as anything else, I gave Darren a new character, or he made the character, but he was able to make a character. And I'll give that to anybody. If anybody's not happy with the way their character is, they can change them, same level and everything like that.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I already know who my next character is if Crimson dies, but that's oh wait, actually no, I don't. If Crimson dies, would you allow the Path of a Zealot for a barbarian?
I don't know what that is. Where does that
Path of the Zealot is in Xanathars. Basically, it's a barbarian that more or less puts itself to a god, kind of like a paladin, but angry. Right. Essentially, and I really like this character too. Not more than Crimson, but it'll be great if we lose Crimson. Basically, with him, I would have it be that either the White Cloaks or somebody else was trying to figure out a way to tap into this and tap into some of the old divine power of the gods, and he was a failed experiment. You know, they were using a half-orc because they didn't want to use it on a human, and now he's a barbarian, but he's also ruthlessly devoted to, I don't know who the god of light is in this world, so I'll just say per lore.
Right.
So I was going to say, actually, per lore, I don't think even there shouldn't be any paladins or anything like that. The one power is like the only one. So honestly, that's the real problem with trying to make this a super low magic world, is that basically all the classes in D&D have some kind of magical abilities.
Yes. Oh, well, see, that gets us back to the original. Do I want to use the word problem? The original concession that occurred when we started this game. And that is that this game, the third age, has its own class system with its own races, its own classes, and things that you're supposed to choose from. All of us coming from, regular D&D and 5e, whatever versions we may have come from, know and have an idea of what we want to play. Third Age is arguably, the way it's written, is arguably not D&D at all.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
over backwards to adapt it, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a game that's being able to be played through familiarity via D&D, but reality is just the D20 in the rule stick, but everything else doesn't. That's why you have 1,000 different classes for ways to do melee and arrows. I mean, shoot, even everybody's supposed to be human. And hey, I would welcome a one-shot, even if it's just for a short time, where we actually do try to play it with the type of classes in there. But I also know that I'm more interested in running classic D&D classes too. But yeah, we aren't playing Third Age.
The problem was that the last game I got stuck with only having humans and trollocs, or some variations, and I didn't want to get struck with every enemy being a trolloc again. So I kind of put everything.
Hey man, I think it's a good job of still creating a different world or a different atmosphere. There's some things we have to say is our concessions, like the divine power, because we have a paladin.
Also is that Zen is a warlock, and
right.
He gets his power from a patron. Except there is no patron except for the Dark One. right? So,
well,
you know,
to be fair, I mean, if you're having the paladin have a holy power, isn't there a patron then? A good patron?
Yes. So, but that means I have to introduce a whole shitload of patrons. Then now, now it's a pantheon, right?
And also at that point, you have to remember that if there's good magic, then why can my power not be from?
It's because it's not necessarily good magic. It's from the creator, right? And whatever they decide to call the creator is fine. It's still the creator. In my mind, that's the case. So I mean, it could be like Baylor, who you're praying to, but it's always just the creator.
I just mean like even my character. I mean, sure, it's because effectively my character just has magic. So is that good or bad? It's not like I chose Ruin's Warlock evil.
Yeah, you're a mutant.
No. So in your case, you just get the magic, right?
Yeah, so is it coming from the creator, or is it coming from the Dark One? No, I don't necessarily...
It's coming from the source.
But, so is the creator, so the paladins, is that coming from the source then, or...?
Yeah, it all comes from the source.
Well, if it's all coming from the source, then it's all tainted, right, if he's a guy?
Yes, that's true. That's why...
So I mean, if you're gonna play it real straight though, like this, I mean, why isn't the paladin going crazy?
Because he doesn't cast spells; he just does abilities.
So I say, wait, is it ability? A paladin is an ability, not a spell. I mean, if you're touching the true source, then that's...
Paladin, smite is an ability, and lay on hands is an ability.
He's using spell slots, though, right?
No.
Not for lay on hands, no.
Not for lay on hands, but smite sure is.
Smite would use a spell slot, yeah. I mean, here's the thing: is if we were to do it strictly, then we really couldn't play the game with anything but fighters without everybody going crazy. If we were to do it
strictly, there'd be no male channelers. You guys wouldn't even have the option. But there are concessions that are being given.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying, though. I mean, if there's concessions, then I mean, if we're not playing strict, then let's.
I already gave you the option to change your character if you're not happy with it. Like, these are the rules that were set up to begin with, and you guys decided to make these characters. You have the option to change your characters, but to affect other people's characters, I think is beyond. It would be like if someone said, well, Chadwick can do this and I can do this. I want him to suffer as well.
Well, look. It's the real problem with this is I don't necessarily have any issue with if you're using magic, then people go, oh, holy shit, that guy's doing magic, kill him. Rather, I have the problem with the antisocial aspect of it, of the going crazy here. So if I'm not forced to go crazy and kill my own party members, that's fine. But, as the antisocial aspect is not what I originally... I thought I'd have to worry about other people finding out I used magic, not that I would go kill my own parties at some point.
All right, so I guess here's a question, Mike. Nobody is going to turn into a villain that wants to kill their own party unless that human chooses to do it, right? Like, you're not going to say, "Oh, sorry, Chad, you're a bad guy now." Or, sorry, Ruin, you're a bad guy now.
Well, right? That's the thing, is he is. It's actually literally a role if I go crazy or not.
The way it works is, the more male channelers cast magic, right? The more access and the longer they touch the one power, they have a greater chance of absorbing the taint that the Dark One put on the male half of the True Source. So, if you're going to be constantly channeling and casting and holding on to the one power, which I didn't put into this, but that's what's going to make you go crazy. So I had to take and figure out how to also do that. So I switched it around to failed concentration checks and every level. But that's a rule, and that's like, I don't understand how this is becoming an issue when it was. I thought it was perfectly clear that this is what was going to happen.
As I said, I expected it from like kind of just a role-playing perspective, but not a force going to eventually do that, because yeah, in that case, I really don't. I don't see why like Darren would play with me, because he has a good chance of actually dying. If it's just me role-playing crazy, then I can do crazy that won't end up killing him, and so we can at least metagame it. Okay.
Well, the idea was for low magic, so that people wouldn't choose spellcast.
Well, we have a real major disadvantage is in the fact that we can't just cast magic anytime that we want. If we do in towns and basically anywhere, it's a real problem. Yeah. Which is a pretty major disadvantage considering that we don't have a lot of other options as for this class.
I would agree. So what
I would say
is that make it like you shouldn't have picked that class. Like I don't understand why things are coming up now that were established from the beginning.
Well, for me, it's once again, it's not really a problem personally for me, but for the other characters like Darren, it is a problem. So I made that choice, and I don't feel that it's right that I'm being making him not have fun. If that was the case, if that's the way that you wanted to do it, I don't think you should have allowed me to have made that choice. It's not that would harm other people. I wasn't expecting the way that's... Because you have to remember, you didn't show us that conversion until midway through the game.
Right.
That wasn't how it was being played. That's why I was literally playing, just role-playing.
Okay, well, there are two options as far as I know. We can have no male channelers, or if you're not happy with the male channeler, you can switch your guy. Like, those are the two options that are available.
So the way it stands right now is there's a very real chance that one of the magic users we will have to fight.
Yeah.
And it'll be PvP.
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah, we will.
It depends on what that person does. And like,
okay, is it that person's choice whether they become an antagonist for us?
That person's going to know that they're going crazy. It's not going to be a secret to them, right? Everyone's going to be able to tell. It's not like he just doesn't think something's there. This is going to be like he's going to show clear signs of insanity. Okay? What he decides to do and what you guys decide to do is part of the game. Okay?
Well, that's just from leveling up, though, even. Or even a failed concentration check.
Right. Because there's no holding on to the one power to it. There's no losing the one power and having to roll. Right? Like, there are rules that we have to try to put in that have to be changed in order to fit with it. Like, look, in 2 days we're going to do, or 2 weeks at most, we're going to do Strahd. Okay?
Yeah, so we'll have more time to...
This is going to be a non-issue for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Right, because Strahd isn't affected by the source or the one power or anything.
Universe.
It's in a different plane. So every choice that's made there will be player choice and whatnot. there won't be a forced thing where you go crazy and says, "All right, you are now a villain, and you're going to try to kill your party." But
it's not going to be like everybody's going to be acting normal and then somebody's going to wake up crazy. It's going to be a progression that everybody's going to be aware of.
But what caused my input into it is that progression is happening now, and it is already causing problems for me.
It is not. It's not at all. I haven't mentioned anything about it. This is everybody else's issue at the moment. There's been no change in anybody's sanity at all. Not mechanically.
I was going to say that's. I think up until now we've been role-playing it, but since it's going to be a mechanical thing, I feel kind of strange that I did any role-playing of crazy at all.
I thought that was a little strange myself, but I thought that you were just kind of a crazy kind of character, because I don't think that Zen is. I should say, I don't think Ruin is making these decisions because he's crazy. I think he's doing it just because that's his character.
But it's still a problem, regardless of the
whether it's a problem or not, it's a separate issue from what we're talking about with the insanity, right? So, I mean, look.
Okay, so you say that we're going to be going into Strahd here, right? So once we get out of Strahd, like a year from now, we gain a bunch of levels. Am I instantly going to be crazy then, or
no? Because you won't have touched the taint on the one power for that whole time.
Of course, the terrible and traumatic situations we deal with Strahd will be a whole different situation.
Yeah,
but that's a different thing. It won't. It'll be like a natural progression for how we feel then. Because obviously being stuck in Barovia for however long it's going to be is going to have some effect on our characters. Barovia is not a nice place. Barovia fucking sucks.
But anyway, it's now 12:15, and
yeah.
So,
no, look, it was a discussion that had to be had. We knew we were going to be there.
My only issue is that I don't want to make it bad for other players. Okay, if I'm being forced to make it a bad experience for other players, then maybe I'll just change the character.
Well, I mean, you're on level 5. Okay, this is the way the timeline.
Are we?
We're on 5?
Oh, sorry, on level 4. You're on level 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want me to start swinging twice while I'm going down to fight those ants, I'm swinging twice. That's twice for me.
You're going to go to Ravenloft, okay? Ravenloft is going to be a separate issue for like a year, okay? You're not going to be touching the taint on the true source for a year. So, I mean, let me see. That's going to be a year or however long in game time it is. You're going to come out at level 10 if you come out at all, and you're going to have those 6 levels where technically you haven't touched the taint. So you're going to start essentially from level 10 with virtually no taint or anything like that until whenever the thing ends. I mean, I understand that
we've all seen Ruin's taint.
Want to?
Yeah, I was already saying I'm not mature enough for you to say taint this many times in one paragraph. I tried, but you kept on talking about touching the taint, and I'm just not good enough.
So, I don't know if it's really going to be an issue by the time Third Age ends. It might be, but like I said, you guys are going to have plenty of warning. You're going to know it's coming. If the person wants to stay around his friends until he finally loses his mind, or if the friends are okay with them being there until he finally loses his mind, that's on you guys, okay? You have to. That's all part of this world. I mean, the only alternative that I can that would
Where's
work
the third alternative, by the way?
without changing. Well, this is the third alternative. Is to change everything so that magic is rampant.
Well, no. There's another alternative, Mike. And that's when a character reaches the point where it would become insane enough to become an enemy, is to consider that character death, and that character becomes an NPC, and a person playing it rolls up a new character the same way as if they died. That's also an option.
Well, I kind of thought that everybody was against that. That was the impression I got. I mean, if that's not the case, I don't know.
I don't think we discussed that, no.
We never talked about that. I don't think we ever even thought about it. I mean, I'm not in a place to answer the question for that because I'm not using a caster.
Right.
If I were using a caster, that's how I would want it to happen.
So just when he goes crazy, just turn him into an NPC and make him roll another character.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, if people are cool with that, that's definitely the way I would want to
people
play
are
it.
cool with it, then absolutely I'll do that. That would make everything so much easier. But it's up to those guys. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask anybody to answer that now. I would just put it up into the game as a question,
right,
and have people come back to you and answer whether or not they want to do it. I know my vote would be to go that way. Okay. And I don't think this is even necessarily a vote thing. It really comes down to if your character goes crazy, do you lose them? Because I think I've seen that happen with long-term madness, even in the base game with like super long-term madness. It can definitely be ruled as a character death. Like if you get a long-term madness where you have agoraphobia, you won't go back outside. Yeah, you're not dead. But
there's also going to be madness in horror checks and Strahd too, from terror aspect of it or whatever.
I'm just curious. Like, so if I go crazy then later, and what happens if I just like kill Darren or I kill?
Well, the alternative would be for you to give your character up as an NPC and re-roll another character, and then I would do whatever would have to be done. Yeah. I mean, that would make it easier for you guys to fight him, I would say.
Well, he's like that wouldn't even necessarily a thing. Then he's just a boss.
Yeah,
it's a fight. Yeah, and the dice go as they may.
Yeah,
exactly.
But there's no feeling of betrayal at that point.
I had never really intended for you guys to fight each other. Like,
yeah, this is what Trellick's been talking about for the last 15, 20 minutes.
I understand that now, but it was never really my intention for you guys to do PvP.
Right, and I kind of knew you didn't know. I kind of knew you didn't think that, but I was realizing like Trellick really going down the path right now where you think Mike said like, no, when you roll bad, you're PvP and fucking ding, bitch.
That's what I'm thinking now. I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna be.
Well, that makes more sense. No,
and I didn't want to step on your toes, but I was just like, oh wait, am I here when I think I'm here? Like, yes, I am.
Yeah, no. That's not wasn't my intention at all. I mean, I guess I should say it hadn't entered my mind because I never really thought of it that much. So far down the road that I wasn't really thinking about it. But I mean, no, PvP was not really my goal.
Yeah, I mean, well, we all know that you can't have a PvP game unless that's what you are doing from the game.
Yeah, right. And even with Dastin, I mean, that was kind of an on-the-fly move because he fucked that roll up, right? Yeah. So I just kind of pulled that out of my ass. But
also, I knew that something was wrong, and I had like 3 different Batman plans laid aside. Like, you know how I was never using the spear, right? I had the spear ready to go. I was like, okay, so I can connect the spear that's not going to like people as evil as him. I can pour it into my bow so I can combine both at the same time and hopefully hit him first before he gets to do anything crazy as soon as he gets ready to do something crazy. So it's like I had that and like 3 other plans I had set up for when he did that. So like even though Randlord was role playing like, oh no, Dassin will never betray us, he's our friend. Me, I was like, okay, if this shit goes down, how am I going to beat Ben?
Well, the thing about that was that I mean, that was really going to be Ben's call as to which way he went. The reason why he just stood there is because he wasn't in the game. Like, he wasn't at that game, right? So, I mean, that was the only thing I could really think to do. Because otherwise, you know, I didn't want to have him kill anybody or anything like that, right?
Right.
So, yeah, no, it wasn't my intention to have him turn on you guys, but I mean, what the fuck? What can I do with that one?
And to help, he was a lawful evil character from the gate.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was another thing too. That he was evil. So
it's not like we didn't know this, you know.
That's another thing that might be forgotten is that you know, there are clashes between alignments, people who are good and people who are evil. We're going to have some inter-party issues. I don't think anybody really picked an alignment.
Nobody really deals with alignment that much. Just being real. Nobody's
I have mine on my
too
sheet.
annoying.
Do you?
Yeah, seriously. Look.
Nobody cares. You know what I mean? It's like, most people just play by the don't be an asshole thing because
the 3 alignments
it's hard.
That I usually play. I play lawful good or neutral good. Neutral good more than lawful good.
Neutral good is usually my go-to too.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I really use alignment for is like in the last game when you got the artifact.
Right.
If you were good, that was funny because nobody could even pick it up. Nobody was even close to it except for Randlord, and he was just like on the edge.
And that was hilarious because Randlord was a dickhead, but he was a basically good dickhead.
Yeah.
It's like, I love Randlord. He was like such a prick.
Anyway,
Not like he was like an evil prick, but hey, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're friends. We respect each other. And I think we're playing. I'm pretty sure we're playing tomorrow. I'll confirm.
Okay,
cool. All right, I will see everybody later.
All right.
All right.
Good one.
See you.